There we go. Now I need to load it up on this so I can actually read the chat because, like a genius, I managed to somehow delete it.
Oh.
Really?
So on OBS, I somehow deleted the chat section of it, so I can't actually see if anything comes through. And I weirdly actually get a couple of people that I know come and watch. So
It was quite funny last week. I thought about it after session, like, you know what? Why did I say business when it was the thing? Why didn't I just say pleasure? You know me, put on the spot after I thought the best guy who could handle it was here, and he wasn't. And then everyone's like, you know, Rex, you pushed him under the bus. I was like, I wasn't pushing him under the bus. I just wanted to get through this smoothly. I blame Dave. I blame Freya because that's what Dave was going to tend to. Freya ruined this. But I can't be mad at her.
No.
She's going to
No,
dog
you
prison
can't.
tomorrow.
Oh, you're gonna miss her, aren't you?
No, she's driving me insane last couple of days, so no.
Oh well then.
Fuck off then, yeah.
Look,
Well,
I spent
Dave's been away to Manchester for 2 days, and she's been driving me up the fucking wall.
yeah, I spent 2 days with that dog, and boy howdy, I couldn't do it.
I literally
Yeah,
spent the last half an hour outside chasing her with a broom just to tire her out.
Oh goodness.
Not
The
in a
amount of times-
menacing way.
The amount of times I felt fear of her knocking over my table or computer.
Yeah, but to be fair, she was only she was very young. She wasn't.
To say her coordination wasn't there even when we were there in January. She wasn't.
Neither
was
is
all-
mine.
all tail and legs and all over the place. She was.
Now she knows how to use it as a weapon.
She has weaponized her maths.
She's like over 30 kilos now.
Jeez.
Chonk, absolute chonk.
She likes to lay on Dave. It's funny.
She manages to kick me in the nuts all of the time.
That's because you're not allowed any other children. She's it.
Oh,
She is all you get, and she
it's
will
better
make
when
sure.
it's better than when she tried to kill me.
Yeah,
No, but that just means she gets added to that list. You know, we're all on that list somewhere.
I don't think Effie's tried to kill me.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Wait till next week.
Wait till tomorrow. You do realise I'm going to be stressed to fuck, running around like an absolute lunatic.
This is why I kept constantly offering, if you have a job that I can do it. Let me know.
But I don't. It's nothing that you can really do
Wow.
apart from put the light bulb in. That's
Your
it.
instruction is sharp and stay the fuck out of my way.
I'll just set up my little painting area and paint some fucking bugs, I guess.
Against your will.
It kind of is to me, because I really don't want to paint.
You can play with the dogs and the cats if you want. Tire them out because there is going to be some howling going on Monday morning.
oh,
But you don't care because you're not there.
No, that is very true.
They have separation anxiety. Don't leave us, Effie.
Not with a bag. No. No, it's just be like, fucking hell.
But what
Yeah.
you need to do to trick them is make Rob carry all the bags out of the house. So it looks like he's the one that's leaving and you're not.
I'm
Yeah.
okay with this, given what I did over the past few weeks.
What have you done?
Well, I played parent, didn't I? Guess who had to
Oh,
lug all
yeah.
Guess who had to lug all the stuff in and out of the car?
Oh. Oh dear.
Me, because I'm Rob.
I can't believe you did all that and you still didn't get laid.
Gee.
I don't know what you're on about, but I agree with Chris.
I mean, last time you flew to Germany and you didn't get laid.
Rob,
Now
I'm
you're
disappointed.
playing dad and looking after children for her.
I
And-
played after children for a week, and I never again.
Man, that deserves at least a cheeky noshing off in the car. Come on.
What?
Not while the kids are there.
Not while she has a boyfriend.
And
And what Dave
Robert,
said.
Robert, football has a goalkeeper. That does not mean you can't score.
In this chat, that is not a conversation you're going to win, Rob.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
It's just being good friend.
I've chosen my backup wisely.
Chris knew what he was doing. Well, that's that done.
Don't worry, when I get back from Nottingham, I am meeting up with her again.
Are you?
Uh-huh.
Even though she's maybe?
She sent me a bunch of pictures. She's not pregnant.
Whoa!
He's not.
What the?
For
wait!
for reference,
Whoa!
It's
For
not
re-
Rob, so you didn't
Whoa!
go there.
Whoa!
Reference.
Hold up,
The
we ain't
day-
getting past this like you didn't just say it.
I'll explain. The day I got back from the week after I got back from Scotland, they decided to lay together, and fucking Christ, she calls him the 1 minute wonder for a reason.
Right. First of all, Rob.
They decided to walk together, lay together?
Hang on,
Yeah.
Rob. We need
Brother,
we need to establish something here, right? Who the
Uh-huh.
fuck says lay together? Who?
That was definitely not me.
They decided to fuck, Rob. That's it.
Yeah. Anyway, then she started going about I might be pregnant. I was like, for really fucking Christ.
Well, after a couple of days?
You wouldn't know that quick.
No.
There's no
No.
way she'd know that quick.
I
No, she
can't
wouldn't.
lie. That just sounds like an excuse and I have to wrap up.
And
Like,
then,
like
and then she
you're
started
just
panicking.
missing an opportunity in my eyes, Rob.
And then she just started panicking a bunch of times and sent me a bunch of pregnancy tests. Like, but they're all false.
Rob, please
I
don't.
feel like
You
everything
fucked
say
enough
is
stupid.
lowering you in Ben's estimations. You
I have
should
done
Yeah, Rob,
nothing.
Rob. No,
just
Rob,
stop, man.
Rob,
Just
no. It's like, trust me, it's just that's not going to end well.
What's not
Everything.
Any of it.
Just
I
no.
have done?
That is
literally
clearly
nothing.
that is clearly a level of stupid right, that shouldn't be allowed children in the first place.
This is why I broke up.
I can never remember which way round it is, but Rob either fucks the stupid into them or out of them. I can't remember which.
Into
I mean,
them,
sorry.
apparently.
I think Rob Adam's exact words that day was he fucks them stupid.
Well, that's a step up from Mr. 1 Minute Wonder. So you know.
The
Yeah,
way
look,
she
I
does-
can't lie,
oh my
Rob.
God.
Right? No, it's good that he's a 1 minute man.
Good for you.
Yeah, like that means you've got like you if you go for
You
like
can,
2.5 minutes,
you can
fucking king, absolute king.
The answer is 20 minutes.
Rob, please, you're breaking my heart.
That is more. No.
Rob,
But Ben needed to know.
Rob, you're breaking my heart. Like you need to clearly go for a tactical before. 35, 40 minutes top, like minimum.
Ben, after spending 2 days in the room underneath him, you need to have this conversation with Adam.
I mean, look, in his defense, right, that dude went like fucking 4 years without getting laid. Like, that was a build-up. I was just happy that he was getting some.
by then.
Man, I'm now slightly glad Adam isn't coming.
What? I say this shit to Adam all the time.
I know.
This is
I
normal.
just meant in front of Effie.
To be honest, I just can't wrap my head around, and Rob will remember this. The first morning when I made a joke about being able to hear them, and they both just laughed as if I was kidding.
Oh.
And then the following morning when we went over for breakfast, Rob, do you remember? We sat there, and I
Yeah.
just looked at him and went, dude, 7:45 in the morning? Really? And the way that Leo looked at me was like, oh my God. And it was like the dawning realization that my previous comments weren't a joke.
Hey, look, I'm going to defend Adam here. That sounds like your problem.
You are the one who ordered the rooms.
Nah,
didn't
not
order
even
any
that,
rooms.
man. Like, shit. They're up, you're up. Like, team effort, bro.
You should have just knocked on their door, handed them the key, and go, we're swapping rooms.
No.
Wow.
You should have banged on the roof, like, in rhythm. Like, keeping up with him. Like,
But keep going after
no,
he
do you know what the worst? No, do you know why I feel bad for Chris on this, right? Because the worst part about that is he knew when Adam came. Because the rhythm got faster and then just stopped.
Yeah.
Oh.
No. Let me reiterate. One of them is it's either I knew when Adam finished or I knew when Leo got bored.
Oh no!
Hey, if Leo got bored, props to Adam.
It didn't last that long.
Hey.
It didn't. Bless his little heart.
Told you, man.
He
like,
tried though.
Like,
It was a good tempo. He tried.
it's just look. It happens to the best of us. Come on.
I'm so glad the sideline to Adam.
We're swinging back around to you. Don't you worry.
Don't do it.
We'll get there.
Anyway, for reference, my guy Ben. I have a friend who's an ex who has basically the most abusive boyfriend I've ever heard of. So I basically going up to Scott and was like, "Get in. We're going a week away. You're gonna clear your head." That came with looking after a kid as well.
I'm going to state this now. First of all, that's a lie. You don't have exes that are friends. It's not a thing. I don't care what anyone says. It's not a fucking thing. Like it's not.
It is with this.
No, it's not. Like, if I have been inside of you, at no point are we ever going to just be friends after that. I have seen you naked. It doesn't work like that.
Why Adam and Ben can't really be friends.
Exactly.
So the quote.
You had a broken leg. I saw an opportunity.
Go to the quote channel, Ben to Rob. Go to the quote channel, Ben to Rob. I've seen you naked. It doesn't work like that.
Oh dear.
Oh,
I told you I chose my backup well. I knew Ben would be on my
are you back up for what's happened?
Chris knows my history way too much. Do you know what the worst part?
Friends a while.
Yeah, I think the problem is like I've got zero shame. So
He
I'm
really
like,
does.
yeah.
No way, shit, really? When the fuck did that happen?
It's like the minute you came fast. Well, you didn't come at all. So who's the real loser?
Oh. Oh.
That one broke everyone. I know that one.
Can you break the guy interrogating us just like that?
Well, I'm not being funny, Rob, but like, if it's relying on the Constitution roll, I'm probably not going to do too well.
You can't
Just-
do worse than Venria. She told him to shove her ashes up his arse.
That's not what I was referring to.
Oh, right, sorry. Never mind. then.
Joel, yeah, I think that conversation was leading to, do you like man meat?
Oh.
Seduce him.
Oh, okay.
Veneria's ashes might be paving the way.
Little bit of lube for you.
Oh, that's getting dry.
Okay.
I've never thrown up in my mouth before, but that was
We've done it. We broke Rob.
that's a taste.
It would be.
Yeah. Where the fuck's Vinny?
He said
He's getting his food.
He needs Vinny so this conversation ends.
Yeah.
Because we're not starting until we're ready for him. In the meantime, does anybody want to bring Ben up to speed properly on what's happened?
I've done my best to.
Give
Would you to be ex-
give me 1 second, I'll be back.
Okay.
Never mind.
I had a conversation. We're in jail. It's kind of Rex's fault.
Shit.
Kind of mentioned there's missing ships. The guy interrogating us thinks we're the shuttle thieves. We kind of fumbled our stories when we each went to get interrogated. Quint ran into a wall.
3 of you nearly drowned.
Yeah.
Dev did something to her arm, didn't she?
Oh yeah, I tried to bite my way out.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for these damn cuffs.
Actually, do you know what? I can change the topic for Rob. So, Chris, you've worked with me, so you know what I'm kind of like a little bit. Right.
Yeah.
So, I've somehow accidentally found myself in a position of I'm pretty much in charge of all the leads.
Uh-oh.
because you know when I get really fed up,
Yeah.
and it gets to a point where it's like,
Acutely aware.
no. So at work it's very different. I get to a point of like, if I just reach my, I'm so fucking fed up of you not being able to like do the basic requirement of your fucking job, I'm going to force you to do it.
Yeah.
So basically, I've pretty much spent the entirety of the last 3 weeks just screaming and shouting at all the people who are paid the same as me. Right? To a point where I had a manager the other day make a comment. Because my manager was going like, he's really like happy to see that how like I'm pushing stuff. And I just turned around like trying to keep the peace. I was like, yeah, it's just because I'm simply better than everyone else. Right? And another manager turns around and goes, this was your one chance to try and be modest, Ben. And I was like, okay, do you want the truth? And he was like, yeah, go on then. I went, I'm fucking sick and tired of all of you. And he just looked. I was like, how is it I'm down here right now? Because obviously all, like, Hukash and everyone is on holiday. So I'm the only team lead.
I saw
Like, downstairs. Right. Oh, cool. Yeah, he lives in Basildon.
Walking, yeah, him and Natalia were walking their dog outside the gym when I came out the gym.
Yeah. So anyway, so I'm going to him, and he just sort of like froze, and I'm like, I'm
Right.
down here on my own doing the job of 3 people. I went, and I'm doing pretty well at it. I went, and yet I can't even get any of you to do the basic fucking requirement of yours. I went, so I'm now having to make sure you do your own goddamn job. I went, and I wouldn't mind. I went, I'm sitting here holding the hands. I went, and babysitting. I went, grown-ass people. I went, Myad, who are fucking older than me. I went, because you can't just pull your fucking head out your ass and do what you're meant to do. And he's just looking at me. I was like, happy with that answer? Or did you prefer the one where I was just trying to be nice?
Holy shit.
Meanwhile, my manager's in the background laughing.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to that point before. Yeah. And it worked out for the best, I think, for everyone, didn't it, in the short term? Well, sorry, in the long term.
Yeah. But, like, it was right.
So-
Like I said, I've been saying it for months. Like, I don't... Like, I just want to be left alone. Like, I'm at the point where it's like, I don't really care what's going on. Like, I'm going to come in, I'm going to do my job, I'm going home. But the problem is they're now impeding me doing my job because I'm having to compensate. And it's like, it's really starting to grind on me. And everyone keeps going to me, like, because, like, well, weirdly enough, when I reach a point where I'm, like, really pissed off, because I don't have the ability to just direct my anger at who it's intended for.
It just comes out.
It just comes out and everyone
Yeah.
gets it. So I kind of just stay quiet.
Everyone, a foreshadowing of what Jar's about to do to us tonight.
No, in fairness to him,
Yeah.
if memory serves, I think that might have been one of the very few times I've got an apology from Ben because he snapped at me once and didn't
Yeah. No, like it is one of them. Like if I once I calm down a little bit, if I sort of realise that my anger was like it's not aimed at you, you just kind of was there. Like I will go over and be like, look, it like I like it. I'll say like I am sorry. Like it wasn't meant for you. It just happened to be that while I was letting it all out, you were kind of present. So you just kind of got the blows with it. Because I've had the same with Adam. I like lost it with him as well and apologised to him afterwards. Like, I'll at least admit that, like, you know, it wasn't aimed at you and whatnot. But yeah. Yeah, fun times at work.
Jar's gonna give it to us tonight.
Yeah, this is going to be very therapeutic for me.
This is the Jar episode, and I am all for it.
But yeah, no, Chris is right. That is one thing I think is always, I think is still at least decent about me. Like, if I am wrong, I will at least apologise and hold my hands up about it.
Trying to think of a moment where that actually happened since I've known you.
So here's the beauty, Rob, is I'm very rarely wrong.
I know. That's why I like you.
But yeah, like, I will always hold my hands up and go, okay, yeah, like, I fucked up, or, like, yeah, it
One
wasn't...
of the things that Ben and I tend to have in common with stuff. If we're talking about something we know about, we're very rarely wrong.
Yeah.
Come together. They did a little fusion, gents. I am omniscient. I know everything.
Oh my god, I could be tall.
Oh my
But
god,
Ben
I
would
might
be
be able to get a
bald.
proper beard.
You trade the beard for the hair.
No, I'll trade the. I'll trade you the beard for 2 inches of height. Like, I could be 6 foot and be happy with it.
Trade off. You have to end every sentence with a ha.
Oh god.
Uh-huh.
It's like a Canadian with hey.
Uh-huh. It's so sad for me now at work because obviously I still do it, but there's so few people there now that actually not understand that.
No.
Yeah. I remember it basically became a language when we were all there. Like, we
Yeah.
just walk past each other, just be like, and nod at something, and like people would do things.
Is the worst part? I do it in my friend group now.
Good. But no, the best part about it was is you'd hear over the radio, right? Because this was back like in the day where pretty much everyone who was even remotely important had a radio.
Oh.
And all you'd hear is like over the radio, like I remember when Will was the doc lead, you just heard Will copy, and you just hear Will go, yeah, and all you'd hear is next radio click in, click in, click in, that'd be the end of it. Or you'd hear 3 lots of voices come down on radio,
It's like a fucking calling.
yeah. But that was the thing. Everyone you just knew.
Oh, someone needs to give me a radio at my work.
And
I'd start doing that.
If you didn't know what meant, you wasn't part of the group. You was an outsider. But nah.
I remember when I started doing it at home without even realising it, and I was told, like, what the fuck are you doing?
Mate, I do have a text. My mate will message me saying, and I'm like,
Yeah, I do it sometimes.
I met like my manager was talking to me earlier today, right, like over chime, and he said something, and I just replied with and he just goes, "What is I was like, "You're not doc enough to understand and he was like, "Yeah, I know," and he was like, "I don't think I ever will be." I was like, "Nah, probably not."
Oh,
Do you know what? No, because he's made jokes, right? The doc team. Right, so like my team, we have our own language. No joke, right? You'll just hear randomly, "Hey!" And whoever that is aimed at knows it's aimed at them. And that there is something they need to do.
It's all in the tone.
Yeah.
I can work for you. I'd like that.
Like, it's very, very rare you actually hear us call someone by their name. Would you go, "Hey"? Or you'll just be sat there, like, this is the one that made me laugh the most, is we was all sat there at a flow meeting one day, and all you just heard was, "Hey!" And everyone just stopped and looked. They looked back at me, and I'm like, "Oh, they're starting the next trailer." And they were like, "You're joking." I'm like, "No, when that's to let the people know who are pushing boxes that it's their turn to go and load." And they were like, "You're joking." I'm like, "No, watch." And all you see was the 2 people pushing boxes just walk down the line into the trailer. I'm like, "Told you."
Like fucking clockwork.
Yeah, man, it's insane. It's the one thing I'm glad, like, stuck around on Dark. Like, genuinely, it's just there.
Note to self: if we need to call Ben in Warhammer World and he doesn't hear Ben,
Yeah, no, I am more likely to hear you just shout a random, like, noise than my own name.
we need to test this.
Like, what's the
Puts
one?
their head out of Bugman's and just shouts, "Oh!" And like,
Yeah.
Ben looks up and he's like, "Yes, please." And, like,
No,
gets
no,
through.
no joke, right? If they need me, it's yo. That is call for Ben, come over here. And I just look up to try and work out which one shouted it. And they'll just be looking at me. And I immediately know which line I've now got to go and resolve the problem on.
He's efficient.
I am
Did you
very
see
efficient.
the? I don't know if you've got him on there. Shimon's in Grays.
Yeah, I saw.
Custodian.
Yeah, I saw.
B&B.
If I didn't have to go and get freed, man, I'd go.
I would have, but I am busy. But no, I am very efficient. I think that's one thing I like about how I am at work. Like, it's not that, like, I'm happy to sit around for 4 hours and do nothing. But it's like, I'm going to 100% make sure that these 4 hours are completely uninterrupted. I'll have everything, like, I got brought in, right, this is going to make you laugh, Chris. I got brought in on overtime on a Tuesday, right, to work on, like, some files. Right, so I've got 10 hours of time and a half.
Nice.
Took me an hour.
Oh,
And they're going to me.
merciful.
Then I got a message from the manager who brought me in. Have you finished? I was like, yeah. This is like 9:30. It's like, so what are you going to do for the rest of the day? I was like, I've just grabbed my headphones. I went, I'm just going to watch YouTube videos to the end of the shift. He was like, you're joking? I was like, no. Came in the
Not even a
office,
little bit.
I'm watching car videos.
See, I remember coming in for overtime and shit like that when I was doing step up lead for a receive.
Oh, yeah,
But
yeah.
I used to come in for overtime, and technically we were supposed to be on direct task, right?
Mm.
But I always remember every time I used to show up, that was just when Lukash just started doing problem solving.
Oh, yeah.
Every time I was in and not doing lead, he was like, "Can you come and problem solve for me?"
Yeah.
Every single time, because I was like Gen 1 problem solver, wasn't I? So
Yeah, he was one of the original.
So I ended up going over and helping. I did some training with some of them as well at one point.
Yeah, the
And
new
I
lot. Shit.
remember- Standard. But I remember coming in for one set of overtime for Christmas and standing there and thinking, I don't really want to be on the line. I was knackered. I couldn't remember why I slept shit.
Mm.
And I went to Wukosh and said, like, I know you've asked me to problem solve. I said, but I have not got the brain capacity to do this today. And he was like, that's fine. I'll swap you around. And he swapped me around and put me on check-in upstairs.
Mm.
So I just went up, and you know this, because I used to do it when you guys were up there as well. Used to go up there, go all the way to the end, plug into a station, and then just watch YouTube all day.
Yeah, sit in the corner.
And that is literally what I did for that whole day. And like Wukosh came up and checked on me at one point. He was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm just watching videos." He's like, "Have you actually done anything?" I was like, "Yeah, I've done my list." My
Yeah.
list took me like an hour and a half. So I'm done.
Yeah, it was why like it got to a point when we had the VNA. The only people that were allowed to PG was me, Adam, Lee, and Steve, right? Because they would assign a PG to consolidate, yeah, and they'd be up there, like they'd be up consolidating, like on P2, 3, and 4 for like 10 hours, and they'd make maybe 10 locations per floor. Whereas obviously, us four were the lot that it's like, we're gonna just get it done, and that's it.
Yeah.
And obviously, we
And
would
that's what
make
you need for that.
yeah, and we would make like 40 locations a floor in like an hour and a half, and then just come back down with a massive list and go, yeah, they're all empty. What are you gonna do for the rest of the day? I don't know. Probably sit over there in the VNA watching videos. It got worse when COVID came around because you allowed your phone. So I remember like we were binge watching entire TV series. But no, it's the same as so like my manager. I actually quite like my manager because he's one of the ones that just like he started during launch, not as a manager as a tier 1, so like, he's worked his way up
Oh, nice.
to a point now where on the front end shifts that I'm in on, I'm not allowed on the floor, and I'm like cool, and he has forbidden them to even remotely ask me for stuff because what he found was in all their meetings and stuff, all they would do is absolutely slate me.
Oh, wow.
Right, every shift without fail, I'm getting constant messages and asks, oh, can you resolve this? Can you fix this? Can you do this? Can you do this? Can you do this? And it's like, why? Well, you're the only one who knows how to. And even my manager saw it one day and was like, you sit there and say how bad he is, yet you need him to fix all your problems.
Yeah, that sounds about right, doesn't it?
And I'm like, so yeah, he pulled me in for a meeting. He was like, the next front end Wednesday, he went, you need to go upstairs and disappear. I was like, okay. And that became a thing. He was like, yeah. He went, you're not out on the floor. He went, I don't want you helping him at all. I was like, hey.
Yeah. Okay.
That's okay with me.
I mean, that was always a thing, wasn't it? Front end, back end conflict was always.
Yeah, it's worse now though.
Well, it was pretty bad when I was there.
Because the funny thing now is, so their flow lead is Shakir and their dock lead is Chantel.
I'm back.
And obviously,
What?
I trained my ex here. I trained both of them. Right? So I know their capability. And obviously, I laugh because I'm better than both of them. So when they're trying to like insult me and stuff like that, I'm like, yeah, but I can do all this stuff that you just can't. To a point now, right? They opt to use my proxies over them on dock. Because my proxies who got to spend more time training with me are like leagues above them. And I'm like, yeah, because I trained them. And like I told them, like, I will do the 2 weeks training, but then they are staying with me, supporting. I went, and over the next 4 or 5 months, I will progressively develop them to get better and better and better and better. Like to the point where now, obviously I'm off next week, there's still no other leads. They wasn't even going to bother bringing leads in on overtime. They were just going to use my proxies. And when I said, like, are you going to bring in anyone else? They was like, well, no, we've got your guys. And I'm like, I get that, but obviously there's certain limitations due to their tier. I was like, tier 1s don't have access to half the tools that you need. I went, and someone's got to raise all the tickets. And they turned around and went, yeah, that's fair. So they brought in Chantel and Shakir while I'm off, simply just to raise tickets.
And don't you dare do anything else.
Basically.
What do I have a feeling like? Sorry, I've just noticed where Jar is on the map. I feel like he's talking to someone like he ordered from.
Have we got a Vinny?
Mate, I've been here like 10 minutes now.
We've been waiting. You should have said something, bro.
No, I was enjoying the story. I didn't want to interrupt.
Right.
Yeah, it's been fun.
We can dive straight in. So, last time, we were interrogated, questioned with various degrees of success. We've encountered an extremely high-tech set of cells, comparatively. Because they seem to be doing a good job of keeping you all in at the moment.
Dave.
Some of you have managed to hurt yourselves, harm yourselves, knock yourselves unconscious. While others have been questioned with varying degrees of, I don't want to call it success because that feels like a misnomer. So, varying outcomes, shall we say. Which leaves us 2 to interrogate and 1 roaming free. As Jar is now back. Jar will have spent all of last session sitting at one of these food buffets, eating his way through something that is the locals call a taco. You've never heard of this before, but they are fucking delicious.
And for those of you who weren't here when I said it, I've actually deducted the cost of these from his thing.
Yes,
Jar, I like the idea. Jar generally bought them.
The whole reason why he's getting us out is because we need to taste this shit.
Breaks himself. Guys!
Yeah, he gets you out just to taste these things. That's it. It's the only reason. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to spend a little bit of time with you guys and yourselves before we do anything else. So, at the end of last session, we have Hazael was unconscious?
Yeah, I killed myself. I'm on minus health.
Hazael managed to bite herself for Ben's benefit, trying to get her cuff off with some blood as loot. She bit herself, rolled really well, and did enough damage that she knocked herself unconscious.
Can it be like a
Corn
thing
doesn't
that,
care where the blood comes from, as long as the blood
Yeah.
flows.
Exactly.
Can it be a thing that Azazel is like hemophobic, so the side of the blood, ah! This is why she does everything from like a room away with a mine bullet.
True. Okay, so you're all in your cells. As previously described, we have one metal door, floor to ceiling. We have one transparent steel section of wall. No windows, no access ports. Rex has no sink. 3 of you no longer have access to your toilets. But thankfully the water has drained away.
Okay.
Rex is just at the door and just goes, "Sir, how do you think they're gonna do it?"
Chris, just quickly, I'm going to move Jar up physically just so I can have that section on the map up rather than having to keep scrolling up and back. But he will
You
still.
can just roll up and down on the map. You know that, right?
Yeah, but I kind of just want him sort of
There.
there,
Oh, fine.
walking around with his
I'll do
tacos.
that when we come back to him, shall we?
Yeah.
Carry on, Rex.
There was always say, "Sir, how do you think they're gonna do it?" Anyone at all? No one.
Much
I'm
likely
out,
just
I'm
shoot
out,
us.
so.
I don't think they'd waste the ammunition.
Why you want to get creative then?
Death by 1,000 cuts.
I mean, how does it happen for Mithras? I imagine there's a grinder.
No, that happens often.
Oh. Is that why so many Imperials get lead poisoning? Because there's a bullet in it.
At least you're looking on the bright side of things.
Let him
That
cook.
is all I did.
On the other end, if they shoot at us, we'll definitely see something bright.
Loving the hope.
Personally, I think the Emperor, if I saw his light, would just have a tent and go, just sit in it. His Krell, talk to him for eternity.
Uh,
And then Rex just kind of puts his head back. I miss Krell.
if we're lucky, they probably shoot us. Chances are they will just throw us out in the cold to freeze us or something.
Wow.
That would save on the ammo.
I mean, he's not wrong.
You ever seen an execution, Venria?
Henria looks up, hearing her name as she tends to her broken toes. And she's like, what? Seen what?
Sorry, why do you have broken toes again?
She
Stuck in the
Toes when she-
toilet.
Oh, she did, yeah.
Yep.
Execution. You seen any?
He's in the guard. She probably would have carried some out.
Exactly.
Benria just lowers her head and maybe.
Is it quick?
Sometimes.
Depending on where they hit you.
As an Imperial Guard, Fenrir would be 100% certain that they only execute the guilty.
Which
So
is
she may now be choosing to question that lifelong belief.
Yes. Benria doesn't have much to say in the subject. She's just kind of annoyed.
Rex then just goes, wish Jar was here. And then
It
Rex
might be
makes,
worth knowing that for Ben's benefit and Jar's benefit, no one has their comm beads. They were all taken off them. So I don't imagine it would probably be that long before Jar would realise that he was living in silence again.
Why the fuck these guys so silent? They're never silent.
It's been 5 minutes since I've heard Rex rattle.
Go on about Krell.
Miss Krell. He's my counterpart. I'm not the same without him.
I mean,
Gives
can't you
me
just kill somebody else and put a name tag on it?
Doesn't work like that, even though it does, he says under his breath. But no!
It's just not the same, is it?
Can all 4 of you that are imprisoned can all
Let's see, fellowship.
D 100.
But that's a point.
21.
That's
Well,
awesome.
there goes our good rolls for the night.
Oh wait, that's just a flat one. Okay.
while you guys are talking, the guard comes walking back up. Excuse me, sneezes. Stands in place for a moment, looks back and forward. Isn't quite sure. Waits until this guard, who's been watching over you, looks away just for a second, and he steps forward up to Fenrir's cell and tosses something through between the bars to land sort of just in front of the sink. And then he walks off.
It's a trap.
It's his phone number.
Fenrir's.
Call me.
What, he wants to fuck your ashes?
Sorry.
Yeah,
it's
lovely.
just a note. If you survive this, call me.
Fenrir very slowly raises her head and looks at the door, just sees a glimpse of the guard walking away, and looks at the item just by the sink, and she's like, somebody just threw something in my cell. Should I pick it up?
You want to look at it first?
Yes.
Rex
He's
just
like,
puts
"Not
out a
it."
resounding shh.
No.
If you're looking at it, you need to do a perception check.
Oh,
She
okay.
picks it up. It's a plasma grenade with no pin in it.
Jesus.
This is the method of execution.
Suicide.
Jeez, nice.
Veneria looks over at the device just as she comms, as she says, not comms, as she talks to the group and explains that someone's just thrown something. She'll look down at it and realise it is in fact her comm bead.
Oh! Fenrir just very quickly goes quiet and just picks it up.
Real
Sits
quick.
back in the bed and says as quietly as she can, but tries to make sure that everybody can hear. I've got my comm bead back. What will I do? Who do we need? Jar? Red?
Yes.
That's the only one we can contact.
Right, okay. Fenrir speaks quietly into the comm bead. Jar, we need help. We're imprisoned.
Oh, speak up!
What?
Sorry, I'm joking.
He's trying not to let the guards
I
hear.
was joking, that wasn't Joe, that was me.
Sorry, can we just... whoever this guard just helped us, we're calling it Jerry, right?
Yeah, it's this guy right there.
Jerry the Fool. It's his cousin.
It's always Jerry.
Let's go bowling.
Yeah.
Hearing this, Jar's going to look at his taco and just go, what?
The taco is talking to him.
Mystical taco, do I eat you?
Well, it looks like a
Can
set
Joe
of
roll an
lips from the
intelligence
side.
roll?
Oh
Can Joe
god.
roll an intelligence roll, please? I know you've got a high intelligence, but let's roll it anyway. Joe is
no.
convinced that the taco is talking to him.
Oh, it's a shame Fenrir can't see that because she would wind him up now. Anyway.
I am the mystical taco.
I am the fucking Messiah
Um,
here. So. I'm the titty
Fenrir
Messiah.
waits for a little bit. Jar, it's Fenrir. Speak to me. Can you call Red? Oh, you can't call Red. Can you get us out of here, please?
Out of the taco.
Jar's going to look at the taco.
Jar just starts opening the taco.
Jar's going to look at the taco and go.
The taco is now called Fenrir, is it?
He's
Dear
going to look at the
Lord.
taco and go. Where?
I like that Benny's being very careful about how he chooses his words so that it's applicable to both taco and accurate. The question is both applicable to the taco situation and the actual problem.
Told you, Chris. I've been cooking.
Were you expecting a taco? Talking to you?
I just realised that one day Jar is going to go back to his home world and he's going to found a religion based on boobs and tacos.
Sounds like a great
I will
religion.
say that Taco Tuesday is the religion day.
Fenrir just kind of sighs a little bit. Jar, we've been imprisoned from the customs area. We have been taken to a room. Oh God, what is that? I don't know what direction it is.
Right.
Right?
You're going through a door labelled security office.
Right. We've been taken into the security office, and Zarkov, Rex, and I are due to be executed at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. They seem to think that we've stolen the ships. We obviously didn't steal the ships. I might have said something stupid. Rex might have said something stupid. We're in a bit of a pickle here.
In the background, Jar just hears a little voice going, "Hey!"
Jar is going to walk up to what the fuck am I just like? Oh, there we go. This guard and go, "Where's customs?"
The guy is going to point over here to the customs desk.
I've never been in prison before. Oh, wait a minute, I have.
What?
No, not in prison. Sorry, never mind. I don't know what information to give him.
I think you've given all he needs.
Jar is going to
Right.
look at this guard and go, I assume he's taller, yes?
Probably.
Jar is
Well,
going
probably
to
taller
be
than most
sort of
people.
slightly standing over this guard and go, "I need your boss now."
So both guards are going to look at each other, and they're both just going to scoff and do nothing.
Intimidation.
Jar is going to put his big ass hammer on the ground, like where the hammerhead would be, down on the ground, so like the pole's holding up, and just go, "Did I stutter?"
Roll intimidation, please.
Yeah.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
No. Fate point.
No.
You can't, but I'll keep saying it.
The
Look,
guards are
what
going to
about-
look
if
at
you both
each other one more
fail?
time,
One.
and then one of them is going to kiss his teeth and says, "You haven't got any authority. If you want to go through, you can pass the questions. If not, go back the way you can."
I have more authority than you do. I need your boss.
One more intimidate roll. That's all I'm going to let you have.
Come on, that's got to work. Look at
Nice.
that. Fucking
Nice.
perfect.
Yeah, nice.
You should pass.
The two guards maybe not, but the woman at the desk maybe.
The woman at the
Okay.
desk immediately calls the office.
Let that handsome man in.
Sir, there's a sexy man here that wants to see you.
Why do
No,
I need to know he's sexy? Because he might have an effect on you.
I need to arm you with all the information, sir. It's devastating. No, they're not bothered. They are going to shrug. One shrugs, just says, "If you're coming through here, you're an off-worlder. So no, you don't have any authority at all."
Yet.
and then does a little hand motion, like the palm down, wiggling his fingers, like ushering you away.
The only thing I hate about this game is the rolls.
Have I ruined your cooking?
No. I'm glad that these rolls got wasted on this.
Okay. Do you want a moment to think? Should we jump back to the others?
Yeah.
Okay. Back to you guys then. Venria would have got a relatively limited response from Jar, but she can hear Jar's conversation, as it is an open mic comm system, isn't it? So she will be able to hear him attempting to use the authority of the Inquisition and failing to intimidate two guards. But Venria noted is the only one because she's the only one with the comm bead.
All right, Ja. Just trying to imagine him in their underwear. Ding. Oh no, he's hot.
Right about now, Hazael should regain consciousness.
Eh,
Wait, does Venria share the information that the intimidation is failing? And that he wants to speak to their boss?
Except to Venria.
Mm-hmm. Fenrir just, again, quietly, head lowered, hoping that the rest can hear her, says, well, he tried to get through with Jarnus, and it didn't work. What else do you think he could try?
Knowing that Jar can hear her as well.
Can I use common lore arbites to maybe have like some sort of reference code or something like emergency code you could use?
Oh, that would be hard.
Ooh,
But yeah,
no.
go on. You can roll the dice.
Just roll a 1.
All the codes.
Zarkov remembers a code 275, which is an emergency lockdown protocol.
That's not gonna help, is it?
Might.
He also remembers that in the case of an emergency lockdown, all prisoners are immediately executed.
That's
will
not gonna help now, is it?
It will definitely help.
It's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine.
They gotta get in here.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? A head level?
I am crotch height, and I have teeth.
Jesus!
You ever seen Rex do a crocodile roll?
Gobble, 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 I suppose.
Just quickly, would Jar have an understanding of what an exterminatus would be?
Yeah.
Yes, because we had
One-
one. We
Yes,
had one
one was
travelling.
ordered, and D told us what would happen about it.
Okay, cool. That's what I need to know.
I'm going to tell you out of character. I wouldn't go around threatening exterminators.
Oh, that's not the plan. No, yeah.
Good.
Not yet.
Yes, is the worrying prospect to that.
So anyway, what do you guys have made for your backup characters so far?
Mine is to go 180 and go with an Ogren.
Yeah, I was thinking the same.
Two
Oh my god,
fucking
two
Ogrens.
Ogrens.
Can we be called Bill and Bob?
No, what Humpty and Dumpty or something?
No.
The two guys from Alice in Wonderland that always talk in like rhythms or rhymes, whatever the hell they did.
Harry and
You-
Nippin.
Yeah.
The idea of Ogrens doing rhymes confuses me.
It doesn't have to be good rhymes. It doesn't even have to rhyme. They just think it does.
Orange.
No, what you do is you convince Ellie to play an Ogren as well, and you play the three ogres from Baldur's Gate scene Act 1. One of you is intelligent, and the other two are not.
No, we can do better. We can be the three trolls from Lord of the Rings. From the
Or
Hobbit.
that. Yeah.
We can eat Rex.
I'm afraid he'll be dead by the time we've made these characters.
That's fine. He's frozen in the cold.
Or would that be how they die? Your new characters eat your old characters.
That would be terrifying.
So, Red, these are your new crystal agents. What happened to the old one? We ate them.
We ate them, so we're your employees now. That's how that works, right?
It's what transition of property.
Rex would sit there for a minute, tip his hat and just shrug. But
Well,
Okay, I've got an idea.
anyway, is there anything else that wants to be said? Prison end.
Jar is.
Okay.
we
Okay.
miss him.
So Jar's going to pick up his hammer,
Mm-hmm.
turn around and go, bloody idiots never know when they're going to get their planet killed. And just walk off.
Oh,
Okay.
That
Can
is
you roll
interesting.
one more intimidation roll, please?
One.
No, I'm going to lie. No. Make that a bluff roll, please, because technically you don't have that authority.
That they know
But they
of.
don't know that.
They don't know that. That's why it's a bluff.
That's a -10 anyway, so.
Oh, better
Oh,
so
plus
far.
10, sorry.
Oh,
Oh, no.
Plus 10.
Yeah, plus 10,
so
sorry.
that's 64.
I think. What would a bluff actually come
You
under?
should-
Because there's no actual thing for it.
Deception. I think is
Then
what
it's a
called.
54. Because I've got deception.
Ah.
Okay.
Jar has deception.
Jar has everything. He
Jar-
is intimidation, charm, and deception.
He's a strange balance of weirdly
That's a-
intelligent.
Yeah, that's a worrying combo.
character. Yeah. And what's really scary is that there is a trait he can pick up later that lets him do both in a single skill check.
He's going to get it at the end of this watch.
They don't say anything to Jar, but Jar will notice and hear the fact that they turn to each other and one of them starts talking on the radio. But he doesn't. He can't make out what about. Exactly.
Jar is just going to
Kill
keep
this
walking
fool.
away.
In that case, while Jar's machinations play out, one of the guards is going to meander back to the cells. He's going to wander all the way up. Oh, let's control my characters. He's going to stand in front of Quint's cell, raise his hotshot las gun, point it through the bars, says, "Stand by the wall,
Oh, that's the one that helped us too. That's nice.
forehead against the wall. Keep your arms where I can see him.
And spread them.
Cavity search time."
Don't forget
Oh,
to
no.
cough.
Close your eyes and think of England, my boy.
I don't know England.
Whatever you imagine it to be. The great mystical lost empire. So he's going to walk in. He undoes the cell, walks through the door, stands behind Quinn, which is easier said than done because Dave doesn't like squares. Rams the gun into the small of his back, takes hold of his cuffs. Did Quinn get his arms around the front?
Uh,
I don't
No.
think you succeeded, did you?
No, I
Because you
didn't.
passed out.
Hey, you ran into walls.
So he'll grab him by the cuffs and he leads him out of the room.
Oh,
Off to be. I am going to put you in a square, otherwise I can't move the pair of you. And same as we did last week, he's going to drop Quinn off through the door into the office. We have the officer himself with his moustache, shaved head, his officer's armour, shotgun resting on his lap, one hand on it. The other hand, unlike the last couple of people that have been in here, the other hand is resting on a hotshot las pistol that is sitting on the desk. Something about Quinn, apparently.
okay.
And he looks up at Quinn, glances over at the guard, off to one end, and then looks back in, simply says, "And who are you?"
Who am I? Indeed.
Ah, you can play that game if you want, but that makes this nice and sweet, because if you're not anybody, you're not worth anything.
Yeah, well,
So-
you have all of the details on us anyway, so there's no point me telling you.
Yeah, I have files. I don't know which one of you is which. Though you are either Quinn, Hazel, or Jar.
shit, and there was all.
By process of elimination, you're one of the three. You're not nearly good looking enough to be Jar.
It's true.
Oh.
Jar's gonna walk in that office. He's gonna be like, "That is a specimen of a man."
He was warned, after all.
Giles just going to walk in, look at the officer, and he's going to let everyone go. Just like that. For no reason.
Big dick energy.
He says, and something tells me you're not a C-class psyker either. Nor are you female. So that makes you Quint.
You don't know that. It's 2024.
See, you knew exactly who I was.
I'm more interested to see your responses. It says a lot about you, actually.
Fair enough.
So, what do we have so far? Let me run through. We have a renegade Arbites that is apparently doing something illegal here. We have a midget ringleader who has decided to bring his ship-stealing operation to my planet. We have a semi-inept pilot woman who has basically, let's face it, confessed to everything. We have a psyker who I suspect is some form of navigator. I think you're probably, like the other fellow, some form of hired muscle.
You have some interesting thoughts of what we are. I
Well-
doubt any of them would have willingly or knowingly admitted to any of that.
That was
Sorry.
the wrong words.
Uh-huh.
What I want to know is why you're trying to pin this ship stealing thing on us.
I didn't mention ship stealing.
Oh, yes, you did. The ringleader of a ship's.
Yeah,
Um,
not to start with. The ship stealing come from the little man's confessions. I didn't know anything about ship stealing, and you being involved in it until then.
So you knew nothing about ship stealing before
Oh
this?
no, I know about the ship stealing issue. We know who's behind it. Well, we know the group that's behind it.
Well, if you know
We
who's
have-
behind it, it's not us.
We didn't have any individuals though. Now we have individuals. It's interesting. I've not actually ever interviewed any of the Ramalai before. They're a strange cult.
Oh my god.
Who is
What is
this
it about
Ramalai?
this crazy tech magi that has you all in such a tiz?
I don't know. Who's the Ramalai? I heard it from the... There's some weirdos outside. Is that who you're talking about?
Yeah. Let's assume for a moment you're telling the truth. You don't know who they are. I'll humour you. The Ramalai are a cult. Lunatics, by your measure. Worshipping some form of long absent tech priest, I think. But
Ramillies would be proud.
they are, however, recognised planet-wide as the villains. But if their skill set doesn't expand, if that doesn't contain what they need for any particular task, they seem quite capable of, should we say, acquiring new followers with the correct skill sets. And they also have inquisitorial icons that they brand around as if they mean anything, just like you guys did.
Oh yeah. That's a good point.
What was that bit? Sorry, I missed it.
The Ramalai cult that is on this planet have incorporated the inquisitorial eye into their religious symbolism.
Mhm.
So when everyone brandished their inquisitorial symbols and things, no one takes it seriously.
That's a really good point, and I don't like that.
Okay, well, I have nothing to do with them, so next question.
What ship were you after on this trip, on this run?
We came in on a ship.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably still... Would that be parked outside still? Well, that would have been dropped off and...
The lander would be out on the dock. Yeah.
So yeah, our lander's out on the dock. That's the only one we'll ever use.
I've been checking. the transport ship that you came down on is an Arvus lighter. I'll give you that. Fairly standard. However, the ship it came from is a transport hauler.
That means nothing to me.
We have Torox.
No, the ship.
No, what?
As in
Yeah,
the
the
big ship.
red
in orbit.
ship.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Think
Yeah,
of it like as a big tugboat.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I didn't know that either.
It's a transport hauler. It carries grain from planet to planet. I've got 50 odd years of flight plans that I can pull up. More importantly, it's been here before. He's going to produce a data slate, taps a few things on it, and slides it over so that Quint can see it. Like, spins it round and slides it over the desk. So Quint
I
can
look
lean forward
pictures.
and see it. Can Quint read?
No.
Brilliant.
Can he pretend to read?
I can. Well, yeah, linguistics is low Gothic and ciphers, and that's it. I don't
Yeah,
think
so
I've
you
got.
haven't got reading.
Is there a
Um,
way? No. Go on.
So he's going to watch for a minute, realising that Quinn doesn't really understand what he's looking at. And that's fairly common because Gothic changes planet to planet. Like it evolves on each planet. There are variations like accents in the real world. So he takes the slate back and reads it and says, your ship, the one that you came on, the big one, not the lighter outside, but the Proteus Invicta, as it's called, has been to this ship a week or 2 weeks in each instance prior to one of our ships being one of our incident ships leaving dock. I've got matching records of you and your entire team coming through customs every single time.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
So my question still stands. Why are you trying to pin this on us?
I'm not
What-
getting anything.
what
These
involvement
records
do
are
you have?
planetary wide. I can't do anything.
Oh, I have
It
the
just
right
seems
questions, and oh.
It just seems strange that we are the first time we have been here. Our parent ship may have been here before, but we haven't been on that long. But
New
we for
Harvest.
certain haven't been here. Are you able to bring up any visual recognition of us being here?
I'm sure we could. Would you like a stay of execution until I find it?
Sorry?
Would you like a stay of execution until we can find it?
Yes, if there's no point executing us until you find out that we have not been here before.
He gives a few little nods. And says, okay. Well, you're not due to be executed until 9 o'clock in the morning anyway. That gives me a good, all of the rest of the evening to look. So, I will look, and I will show you.
If I find out that those images are of any of the outfits that we are wearing today, I'm not going to believe you, and you're falsifying those documents.
He's just going to smile. And says, okay. All right.
Somehow there's a ratling in a trench coat with a skull and a baby crew. I'd be massively impressed.
It'll be the Spaceballs extras. That's not doubled.
The video footage is you guys, but not everyone's quite right. For some reason,
Yeah.
this time round, Zarkov
Yeah,
is a midget.
everyone's
Giles a woman. Quint's a psycho. Everything's
Yeah.
just a little off.
Yeah, the guy looks at Jan and goes, "Why aren't you a woman?"
So the officer is going to wave his hand, calls for the guard. The guard is going to, as before, open the door, grabs Quint by the cuffs, and takes him back to his cell. Dave, you fucking anarchist.
What's Dave doing? Is he in between? Yeah,
He's
of course
in
he fucking
between.
is.
He's doing it in between me. Fuck. Just all right. I tell you what. Just.
There's a
I'm
guy
not doing
outside
that.
now. There's a guy outside now.
Fuck off back
Oh,
in yourself.
You can't contain this man.
Are you sure Dave isn't the psyker? Because he claims to be warping shit around him.
He exists between universes.
In his hunt for cheese.
So yeah, when I get back, I will relay some of the information and just say they seem to be trying to either pin this on us because they either are incompetent or are involved in themselves. And they do say that they have images of us arriving here before.
We've been here before.
I would have liked to
Fenrir-
know if we were.
Venria relays all that to Jar.
They also mention Jar's name, even though he's not in here. So interesting that he is involving Jar and not arresting Jar.
Where even is he?
There's people impersonating us.
Also, Rex,
Me.
why did you admit that you were stealing ships?
I did no such thing. Rex actually shouts that.
God on the corner is just going to shout, quiet.
He looks at the guy, goes, sorry. And then goes to Quint. I didn't admit such thing.
Yeah.
And then Rex kind of shakes his fist. The guy's a bastard and he won't listen to anything.
I think he's already made up his mind and is probably involved, and we just need to circumnavigate his involvement and either get on his favor or leave.
Agreed.
Venria, again, relays all that to Jar and then just muses out loud. We could really do with the ship being stolen right now while we're here in prison.
Not by Jar, because he thinks Jar's part of it.
Charles like, right, I'm on it.
Steals our lighter.
Yeah, I would like that.
Rams it full of tacos. Flies back to the ship.
He now has the taco truck.
He still has his tacos.
Venria adds at the end, very quickly, not you, Jar.
Jar is going to reply, looking at the taco. Why would it be me?
This taco is going to stay with him for a while.
Shh.
He'll be too busy to eat it. Later in the campaign, Giles going to take a bite out of a rotten taco because he hasn't real one. Okay. Well, we're back with the group for a little bit. We've got one interrogation left to go. And that is our potentially most dangerous member to interview.
Dave, what the fuck?
What's he doing?
What's he not doing?
God,
It's a
Dave.
taco with a dump
Oh,
truck.
God.
Oh,
No, the
God.
tacos. Not the taco, no.
Oh, what is he doing with... Oh, my God, Rob. That
Rex
hurts
is-
me.
Rex is just kind of at the back, like both of his elbows are on the bars, like outside, and he's like counting things off. He's like, all right, I think we're the ship thieves. They've taken our stuff. There's people that were apparently been here before. And then Rex he counts on and is like, I've never been on a snow planet. I fucking hate the cold. I can't feel my balls. Then he kind of regains himself. There's people on this planet. They're posing as us. If there's another ratling, I've got him first.
I mean,
As I say, I doubt there's
Wow.
actually another.
That weirdly rhymed, and I like that.
someone has always been ahead of us so far, and that's the one that betrayed the Scorn.
Who is your Inquisitor?
Cow.
Caillou?
Cow. C-A-W-E.
I don't know what those letters mean.
Cow. I think that's cow. I don't. Fuck. I can't speak Imperium either.
I want a 5-minute session between us where Zarkov is really trying to tell us this.
What's that scene from Game of Thrones again where they're reading that book is going? What's this guy's
Knit.
name? Twentesh?
Knit. Yeah,
Knit?
Knit.
Sweltesh.
Is this how we all learn to read?
Yeah.
That guy.
Well, he's involved in this.
And then Rex just gasps, goes, oh no, he knows our names too.
And he's the only one that has a reason to go well after Rat, really.
Oh no, the big woman liked him. Eris says, and if I miss you.
Yeah, I reckon he doesn't like us, and me specifically.
Mean.
I just remembered something that may help you.
Uh-oh.
Rex,
Me.
can you roll a fellowship roll, please?
Rolling. I don't like the outcome of what this is going to provide. Yep, that's not... Oop. What have I done? 91.
Perfect.
Not good. I'll tell you
Well.
what, because this could be absolutely fucking
The-
hilarious.
I'm
I
sorry. Sorry, before you go. I just imagine it's like the brain cell. It's going overhead and I can't intercept it.
It's too high up. You can't catch it.
I should have made you roll this before we left the planet, for the planet. So I'm going to give you a
Ah.
free reroll. Because I kind of want you to succeed this, because this could be fucking hilarious.
44.
Okay, that'll come up later. Karen.
Oh, I know.
I just thought of something, but I don't think I could use it because I've got the null cuffs on. I'm assuming it got taken off me as well.
Well.
My cube.
Yes, you won't
Damn.
have that.
I asked Chris earlier if I still had my special goggles, and he said no. I was like, "Why are you gay?" Because they had my resizing tool in it. Rex is now on a reminiscent of Yennefer. Name I will never remember how to pronounce properly. Oh, how Krell loved her.
One word for what that was.
What's her name? I genuinely can't remember.
Her name. Hold on, I got information on this.
Yennead. No, not Yennead.
Yera.
Yeah. I'll never forget it. Yennefer.
Fuck's sake. Oh.
Fuck, I nearly fell out my chair.
You'll have a chair. I suppose it hasn't broken yet.
I bought one that can't break on me.
Are you
You
sure?
said that for the last
Oh,
one.
God.
It still broke.
You sure
The
about
last-
that, buddy?
The last one was cheap and I needed it, but this one I made the expense. And then Rex he kind of idly strokes the this is the wrong way of putting it, but the white hairs on his coat, which is from her.
Uh-huh.
Not her, but the coat she gave me.
Uh-huh.
There's a difference.
She had white hair.
She did, in fact, have that.
Oh.
She just didn't specify from where that hair came.
It wasn't her. You weren't here for that, Vinny.
I was there for that session.
This is a lie. He's the traitor. Oh. And then Rex is he's going on a reminiscence mode. Oh, how she battled those people for us. He's going to keep saying the name. Sometimes it's right, sometimes it's wrong. Mostly it's wrong. And then Rex is caught up in the loop.
After a little while, Jar is wandering around. Does Jar have any more ideas?
No. Jari's just going to keep wandering around.
Okay.
This sounds weird for a man that's been cooking.
Shut up. I'm not the one in prison.
He is completely correct.
You promised us an escape.
No,
He's also the one that
I
didn't
said
get
I
us
would
in
get
prison.
you out. I never promised you an escape.
Dead is out.
Execution, technically speaking, also is out.
See, so Jar wins no matter what.
So, after a little while longer, the guard is going to wander back up to Hazael's cell.
Uh-oh.
Quickly, is this
He's
door like
hands
see
by the
through?
front. No.
Quick, Sev, mind bullet him.
I was about to say, it does say security on it, but you can't read, can you?
Security.
It's also mag-locked.
That won't stop Ben.
You know what hammer he has, right?
The guard looks at the cell and realizes that Hazael's arms are on the wrong side of her body.
Supposed to be like that.
I have an itch, and I requested.
He raises his hellgun and says, "Stand by the wall. Put your hands up above your head, forehead on the wall."
They go, which wall?
He's going to narrow his eyes and just says, "Now."
She goes into the corner and puts her head in the corner.
He's confused by this, but it serves purpose. So he's going to walk in. He can't grab her by the cuffs by the back. So instead he jams the hellgun into her back, grabs the back scruff of her robes, and takes her out that way.
Off her hair, because she doesn't have any.
He grabs her by the head. Question mark.
There was a horrible gif I saw. It was like, for bald women, how do you grab a hair and a guy gets a plunger? It was like, oh no.
Okay. So Hazael is led into the office. The officer once again is sitting there with his hell pistol in one hand and shotgun in the other, data slate in front of him, and looks up and says, "Huh, the psyker."
Gonna slide into this half corner.
Oh, that's where it is.
He raises an eyebrow ever so slightly, but doesn't really seem to mind all that much. And says, "That's very odd. I've never seen a navigator without a third eye before."
Like, I'm no navigator. I don't even know how to do that. I would like to, but I don't.
You see. So there's another navigator involved. You have another navigator.
Nope. There's just me.
Interesting.
Seth, I
Maybe
swear to God, if-
maybe someone outside your direct team is the navigator.
Nope. We have someone outside our team. We have a team.
Oh, I like that.
At the end of this session, someone needs to give that man a high five, and I know who it is.
Sev's just the one like, there's a team. Who's the team? Are you the team?
He's gonna lean over the dice slate, taps the corner, and says, "Yes, yourself, Rex, Quint, Venria, Zarkov, and Jar."
Oh, they're just there.
Okay, they just so happen to be there.
Yeah, I
Convenient.
kind of got forced with them. I got taken
Oh,
off the
okay.
black ship, went to the schoolroom, then I got put with these people. We're not team, we're just there.
Friendship level decreased 1%.
Zazel is no longer known as a bridge maker and a friendly.
Yeah, if Rex heard this conversation, he'd start calling her actual name without mistakes. That's when you know it's bad.
Rex will remember this.
He leans back in his chair and says, "So what are you then?"
Just a group of people that work for Red.
Red.
Mhm.
And who or what is Red?
Wears a red hat. That's why he's called Red.
He's a gnome.
I like this.
No.
But I love this.
No, bad. Because fucking tech priests and shit wear red robes.
I said hat, not hood.
Yeah, but he's gonna put fucking 2 and 2 together and get 12.
Don't tell him that.
When the audio clip comes out, it's cut off and it just says, "He wears red." And that's it. So,
You see, Your Honor?
Just like Venri's confession.
Yeah, that was bad.
It wasn't if the whole sentence was taken into account, but we know he's not going to take
But
the
the
whole sentence.
Imperium is a bitch,
I didn't know that.
said Rex through his cell.
So, why are you here with your red hat wearing leader?
Oh, here.
Many reasons.
Shopping.
She's not wrong. She did go shopping.
Window
did
shopping,
do a-
looking for a new ride, perhaps.
No, we don't. We don't need a ride. We're gonna walk.
That
You
seems
may
more
have
stupid.
come to the wrong planet for that.
Yeah, I don't like ice planets. Too cold.
And yet here you are.
Yeah, not my choice.
You said that before. You're the only one that said that, funnily enough. Everyone else seems to be here of their own volition.
I don't remember anyone volunteering for anything.
Except maybe
We just
Jar.
got told what to do.
Oh, okay. I'm pretty sure Zarkov signed up to the Arbites. Fenrir and Jar must have signed up for the Imperial Army. Rex.
I don't know
Oh.
anything about them before we met at the
In
school.
Rex's defence, I don't think anyone would choose to be that small. But you never know.
Chris, we're living in the same travelodge soon.
Yeah, but there's a locked door between
I just
us.
want you to know that.
He continues to rock back and forward on the chair. It is, what's with the wigs?
I look pretty.
Okay.
God Emperor took my hair, so I replaced it.
It's heresy. You're going against the God Emperor's will.
The God Emperor.
It's heresy.
He,
a Astartes pattern baldness the Emperor protects.
he's going to lean forward and place his elbows on the table and says, "So you've been to Terra. You're a sanctioned psycho."
Yeah.
We
I heard that
yet through
echoed from...
Dave.
yeah.
Okay. So why did you come to this planet last time?
Last time, I've never been here. I've literally been on the black ship, went to the Skolum, got on another ship, and then we came here. And I've never been here before. Today.
He's gonna tap away his data slate and then places it on the table so Hazel can see. And she's shown video footage of the access point where you came in, and what appears to be the group of you in a different set of clothes and armor, but very much the same group, carrying the same weapons, moving the same way, passing
that
through
is-
customs.
Is Hazel gonna look? Hazel's gonna look to see if she was in a corner. Because that's if
Can you do a scrutiny roll, please?
Real quick, before you do that, Sev, are you in a corner?
Ish.
She is.
yeah,
Yes!
yeah. Screen. Fuck.
As far as you can tell, the Hazel on the video stays in a corner whenever she can. There are times when she can't be in a corner, like when she travels through the scanners and things. But otherwise, she appears to be following the behaviour.
Can I also look to see if Quint's limping?
Go for it.
Yeah, does she
That's
have a
another
leg?
scrutiny.
Yeah.
You will notice that Quint is not limping in the previous videos.
This is a fake video. She points at it.
It came straight from our CCTV hub. What makes you say that?
Because this guy has a broken leg, which means he'd be limping. He's
By the
not
look
limping.
by the look of the medical scan, that was only done recently.
When did you say we were here last?
About 2 months ago.
That is lying. He lost his leg. That's when he lost his leg. So, no. This is false.
I like.
And I
this,
would not wear that colour.
verify with the team.
Can you roll? Can you roll an influence check, please?
Influence.
It's just a flat 100 for that one.
Okay, come on, rolls. Be nice. 43.
That's okay.
Okay. He's gonna lean back in his chair and he nods slowly, and then he calls for the guard to escort Hazel out.
Wait, why? What? Oh, she's gonna try and high five the captain before she gets pulled out.
He is not high fiving her.
Did the Hazael high five anyone in the video?
I can't remember.
He will place her back in a cell and look at her.
He's the only one to not call execution.
I didn't do that to Quinn either.
Yeah, but Quint's pretty on death's door anyway.
Yeah, he can stop the
Actually.
story die.
No one has to kill Quinn. We just have to let him get on with it.
They've got a fake video of us being here 3 months ago. Apparently.
Did they have a rattling?
I wasn't looking at that. I noticed that the Quint wasn't limping and our armor and stuff was different. So we are being framed.
Rex is just looking sad. It didn't notice me.
Oh, you are too small.
Rex is on the verge of tears.
Right. I'm going to say we take 5.
Okay.
Break. Go to the loo before we move on to the next step. Have a little think about what we want to do or say. Because we're at the point of break. Of do or not break. We're at the break point for do or die. So.
I want to barter a deal.
I want to give the rest of them up for my freedom.
I mean, you're not far off.
Right, take 5. Grab a drink, go to the toilet, whatever you want to do, and we'll be back in there.
Maybe.
So who thinks they're a part of the Ramalai and he's just AI generated that video?
Hard to say.
Attacker. Oh, damn it, Rob. Big fan. It's a good song. I should have put the video in.
I looked through the GIFs.
Back.
Welcome back.
Thank you for.
How's the painting been going? Honestly,
I
I've been-
never want to see Dark Reaper or Incubi Darkness ever again.
To be honest with you, I've been painting for the last few days, and I've looked at my models today and yesterday, and I've just packed them up. Like, I don't want to paint anymore.
Yeah, I am trying to finish them off. I've only got like decorative bits still to do, and they're the annoying bits that I keep putting off. But I can't really put them off any longer, so yeah.
Oh, you still got time.
I have not.
You do.
Tomorrow, and that's it.
Yeah.
I've got stuff I need to do tomorrow.
Like what?
Get ready for Rob coming, make a meal.
That's not that important. Waiting for Rob.
Make
You don't
sure
need to
I've-
feed Rob.
My list is about 10 pages long of stuff I need to do.
Well, are
And
you
then
some
Rob
kind
will
of
get there and do
servant
that.
in like some royal London's king or something? I don't know.
Pardon?
Are you like some maid in some like fancy rich British guy or something?
Me?
That,
No.
Yeah, with that many things to do.
Oh, no, I've just got a shitload to
Fair enough.
do. Like, put nail polish on my fingers and my toes. Make sure I pack the nail polish remover.
Don't forget the hair dye that you picked, the chalk thingies.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, I'm not forgetting that. Yeah, there's so much I need to remember.
It's a hard life.
It is. I wish I was a bloke and I could just chuck some clothes in a bag and that would be it.
I mean, you can still do that.
No. No.
Then
I need-
you're keeping yourself up to those standards, and you're the one to blame.
I need my stuff with me. Jesus.
Then you're the one to blame.
Yeah, probably. But I've still got shitloads to do. Yeah, tomorrow I've got 10 bases to paint. I'm kind of looking at the glue, willing it to dry. And then I'll have to get up early in the morning, prime them, leave them for a bit, and then paint them. And it's like about a 6-step process. So yeah.
Well, look at it on the bright side. Rob will keep you company because he will also try to paint like crazy today.
Yeah, he's getting here about 5, I think. So
Yeah.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
hello.
Welcome back.
Oh, well, you've painted more than I have, Effie, so you're fine.
I think at last count I've got, what was it, 2,500 points, if not.
Bloody hell.
I know. And I've
Not
painted.
bloody hell is the correct response.
Like, it's the first time Like, have you played it yet already?
No, I still don't know how to play because nobody's told me.
You haven't
And it's
played
just like-
yet.
We
You've
can't
only got
tell you. We have to
painting.
show you.
Okay.
No, but it's kind of crazy, right? Like, she's never played before. She's only bought
She
2K
might
worth of
fucking
minis. And she's coming as well. It's like, bloody hell, that's some dedication. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, I'm beginning to question my sanity.
Don't worry. We're all crazy here.
Yeah.
Just varying levels.
The thing is, it's the first thing that I've tried, like a hobby or something, that I've actually been kind of vaguely good at.
You are.
And it's really interesting. I love learning about everything. And if I can't see why I would hate playing, because I don't mind losing. I might not remember everything, but I'll try.
That's fine.
Don't worry, I still can't remember everything.
I am also very bad at the game.
I haven't even done any lists yet. I was like, oh shit.
We're not gonna play with an iPhone table, so don't worry about it.
As has become our tradition, Sev, I'm imagining we're going to sit down on Monday evening.
Well, it's because I don't know the points, because I don't have the codex. I just
You get
have
the
cards
Atari thing. There's a download for the points.
somewhere.
There is a download for the points.
Because the points would have been different from the codex anyway.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I could have... Can you take screenshots of the app thingy? I could have taken screenshots for yourself and sent them to you. Bollocks.
It's alright, it's like, well, probably as we traditionally do, or do my list literally the night before.
Right. That's okay then.
And we'll probably do multiples, and she can pick.
Yeah, I'm bringing my knight, so I'll probably, if we do a 500 points, I'll put that in. It's like, here's a knight, there you go.
Nice.
Brutal. Okay, brutal. Okay, so is there anything anybody wants to do or try?
I don't know, it's Rob back yet, by the way.
Oh, okay. No, I thought everyone was here. I apologise.
I mean, we often ignore Rob, I agree, but we do have to wait for him.
I was just listening to Big Fat Tacos.
We can't leave him at the train station, you know, we can't.
We can. It's Rob.
It's crossing a line, Chris.
We'll leave them in Disney instead, like proper parents. Well, we're waiting anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Can anyone tell me what World War II and pedophilia have in common?
Oh,
Pardon?
God.
I feel like I'm going to love this joke.
I'm allowed to tell it this time, because last time I wasn't.
Yeah, go on.
Last time you were beautiful.
Well, they both end with a little boy and a fat man.
Oh,
It's the same as
Wow.
what's the difference between a Catholic priest and zits?
Wait, you said what's the difference between a Catholic priest and what?
Zits like spots.
Go on.
Spots that wait until at least the boy's 13 before coming on his face.
Ah. Well, no, you see, have you ever heard of a reverse exorcism?
Yes.
So you have to try and get
I know
the
this.
priest out of the boy.
Oh my
That's where the devil
God.
has to get the priest out of the boy. Well, actually, now we're here anyway. I will just tell the joke I had last time that I wasn't allowed.
Go for it. I approve.
You know, you can see how happy a woman is with you by looking at their feet.
Oh, that's not bad of it.
Because if they're up to their ears, they're probably very happy with you.
I'm back.
Time him.
Explain,
No,
please.
you weren't here.
I'll be your friend.
You are.
Friendship decreased 1%.
I'm gonna go to Manchester. There's nobody there. It's just Fenrir or Ellie, who's also left behind.
Yeah.
If Rob leaves you behind, I will drive to Manchester.
Oh, thank you.
That reminds me, Dave, how's the car?
It's alive.
Okay.
Yay!
It cost
So no-
me a few
No
hundred.
troubles?
Yeah, a few hundred quid, yeah.
We also had no update on the whole Adam situation, right? I assume he's still not coming.
Adam is still not coming. He has offered his AdMech if anybody wants to use them. I can bring them up.
This reminds me, Chris, do you need me to swing by yours and grab anything?
No, I should be able to get everything in the car. I am literally just bringing my fists and my chaos. I'm not bringing the Necrons and all the extra bits.
So you're only bringing one army?
Fists and chaos. So 2.
But Chris, it's a tabletop game. You don't need to start fighting people.
What can I say? I don't like losing.
See, Ellie, remember where we said like Chris is great at teaching until he starts losing? He starts throwing fists.
Oh, sorry.
He starts shadow boxing, and the shadow boxing suddenly feels very real.
Not so shadowy boxing anymore.
No. It's still funny when we were playing with you and we all of a sudden just both realized, like, why it's getting more difficult.
Do you know what? I think, and this is not even an insult to anyone, but like the worst 2 players for me to have plays was Seven Adam, because their armies just do so much shit that you're like, game's going on forever.
Yeah, that's probably we got paired together, so it was just constant like, oh, we have
everyone
shit
else was getting like 2 or 3 games in, and we're like, what round you on? 2. Fuck.
Thankfully, they have streamlined both factions, so neither the sisters nor the AdMech are quite so long anymore. That said, I will be quite excited if Sev gets the old Drakari out, because they're in a really good spot at the minute.
Yeah, I'll break them, so... My flying menace.
Yes. And 4th, the giant flying menace.
Yes.
Right, we all here? We all good to carry on?
Yes.
Yeah.
Days. Right, so, is there anyone who wants to try anything, say anything, do anything else?
I like to try and get out my cuffs again.
Benry, we don't
God's sake.
teleport it back into the ship.
Okay, you can try and dislocate your thumb, which is going to be required to get yourself out of the cuffs.
Sev, not again, please.
It will be a strength check, first of all, to see if you have the strength to break your own or dislocate.
Yes, I fucking do.
Okay, followed very quickly by a toughness test to see if you knock yourself out with the pain.
45.
Okay, what's your toughness?
25.
It's close enough.
I normally do DCs on the fly because I remember what the math is, but I'm going to check that out of interest. I put that into the calculator. That brings the DC out to 45. So you pass by the absolute skin of your teeth. So Hazel, there is a wet pop as her thumb comes out of her cuffs, or her thumb comes out of the socket, I should say, allowing her to slip her hand out of the cuffs. However, she barely manages to stay conscious. Like, lights flash before her eyes. She goes all dizzy and like queasy when she does it. But she manages to stay awake and stay on her feet.
She's in the corner, so it's fine. Corner support.
Corners. The emotional support
I mean,
corner.
didn't you get some kind of plus when you were in a corner?
That's for combat.
So that will come later.
If she's hurting herself, isn't this a combat situation?
You shit
No,
your
we're not
horn
we're not a struggling 14-year-old. Well,
Damn, bro. He's well like Vinny. He's done.
Right.
So in combination with the blood from the biting, you are able to slip your hand free of the cuff.
Yeah. Now doesn't mean that I can use my psychic abilities.
No, because you're still wearing the cuff on one wrist.
Fuck. Okay.
just act like a rat and bite it off.
I could fit through these grates if it wasn't for these damn arms.
I need to think now. Do I try and get the other one off?
Don't
That would involve more biting, more breaking, and more slipping of hands through cuffs.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Please.
Like the moment they realise the Psyker's magic anti-magic rings are off, you're gonna get shot.
Better get killed anyway if I don't do something.
Fair enough.
You people
Oh, I
have no
can't
faith.
get that logic.
Can't we revert her previous role so the moment she takes it off, she turns into the demon host?
I'm guessing that's a sink, right? Can I try and wet it? The other cuff?
Your water is turned off.
God damn it!
Is there any water left from when you were being flooded?
I wasn't being flooded. I didn't touch the fucking toilet or anything.
Oh.
Sounds like you should touch the toilet.
Use the toilet water.
Yeah, is there any water in the toilet?
There is no
No.
water in the toilet. We checked it.
Son of a whore.
It's a vacuum toilet.
Ew.
It literally slurps number 2 out.
And thanks you when it's done.
Mm-hmm.
Can I try and lick it? Use my own saliva as lubrication.
Saliva dries very quickly.
Damn it.
Before anyone has any ideas, anything female Slanesh related is not going to work. I'm not going to let it.
I
But
thought
that was my
about
other
that
idea.
earlier. Yes. Dear.
Zara, what are you doing? I'm bringing myself to August. Why? That's not going to help us escape. Who said anything about escape?
Oh, no.
Oh, see, that wasn't what I was thinking. I was thinking monthly things.
Get your head
No,
out of your
no,
gutter,
no.
Chris.
No, I said that's not going to work. I'm not going to let that work because I'm not going there.
But he went there anyway.
Hey,
But that's
Well,
unrelated.
The whole time with Noella's dad in that shower scene.
Oh, God.
Forever scarred from that. Right.
his 40 seconds of fame, as it were.
Rob knows.
45 seconds, you whore.
Rob knows the
You
2-minute
squeeze
men.
short boy.
You know, in situations like this, you gotta give it the huck to her.
Spit on that thing.
Bet on that thing.
I'm out of ideas now. Could not think of anything.
Okay.
Can I? I'll yell out and say, "Can I speak to the big guy again?"
You're going to get a very distinct no. Shout back at you.
Pretty please.
But I wanna.
We'll be a friend.
You are not going to get a response to that.
Being a friend with us is a good thing.
What do we have to do to join you? Clearly, you're someone in your organization is behind all of this. You have all of the access now. Who do I need to talk to sign up?
You are going to be ignored.
Quint will sulk.
Benry is still playing with her toes. What?
Yeah.
Good.
They're broken. She's trying to fix them.
You. One guard gets off of that.
That's maybe
Yes.
why. That's maybe why he dropped the combi in her cell.
Oh, hey, Freya. You
Is
come
that-
to
Thank you.
break us out. Okay. Freya's come to break us out.
Hey.
Hey!
don't know.
Yeah, where's our mess call? We need a mess call.
We did
I
have
thought that
guns.
I thought that was Krell.
Yeah, but he's not here.
Oh.
You'll probably never see him again.
Ben,
Hello.
can you roll a D100 for me, please? We're going to see how aware Jar is of his surroundings at the moment. Not very. Okay. Is Jar looking at the door?
Jar's gonna knock on the door.
Okay. As Jar goes to knock on the door, from behind, without noticing, Jar is tased and knocked unconscious.
Oh my
I
god.
think that deserves a toughness check.
You can roll a toughness check for you if you want. You have to beat the DC of the taser.
That's fine.
Roll a 1. I heard the entering. I don't see a roll.
Yeah, it's
Aye.
easy all day long.
So Jar is tased. Jar falls forward, bangs his face into the wall, and then falls to the floor.
Wait. Question. Like directly in the back.
No, back of the neck.
Oh, wouldn't his shield be covering that?
No.
Damn it.
And Jar is taken away.
Don't worry, your shield's not covering your back anymore.
The guard is going to step forward, reaches over, pushes a comm bead, and the floors of the cells become electrified.
Oh my god.
You
Why are
are
you
all
gay?
tased.
I jump.
Fenrir's sitting on her bed though.
That's fine. It's very specifically a metal bed, if you recall correctly.
Oh crap.
I want to dodge this taser.
Is Jar up?
Jar will be awake in a minute.
Okay. Because you're standing
Give
on.
me
His boots have got rubber soles.
You're fine. You're not. You're tased elsewhere. You're not in the.
If only he stabbed you in the boot, didn't he?
Uh,
I think Quint's fast enough to dodge every taser.
Just jump.
It's an electric.
I'm going to make you do an agility test then.
If he rolls a 1,
Well, my agility is 47, so that
Close.
No.
Quint goes to jump, but his metal foot catches on the edge of the bed and electrocutes him that way.
Wait, aren't we certain he just knocks his head on the ceiling and knocks himself out? Knowing his current track record.
Yeah, he just falls unconscious. Okay. You are all knocked unconscious.
Yeah.
When you come to, you're sitting in a room. You're sitting all together. None of you are bound. None of you have cuffs on. None of you have. Hazel doesn't have her special cuff on.
oh no, she's free.
What chaos have you unleashed?
She's loose.
Yes, I know, Freya.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
So you find yourself in the long room. I'm going to miss one out for a minute because I'm going to wait and use it as some kind of reveal. So you're all in a room. You're in chairs, very specifically. Stay put, please.
Quint.
You're all together. Jar will find himself now as disarmed as everyone else was. You're all missing comm beads. Those of you that have interviewed will realise that at the near Rex down by the door is the guard captain.
Rex waves.
You will be very groggy from coming around. This is not going to be a pleasant experience, I imagine.
Fuck you, he's into it.
Can all of you please roll with a +10 for your delirium state a perception check, please?
Oh, there's
roll
a
the
one in
one.
there.
Oh, I made mine.
The problem is, Sev is in the room, is she?
Nice, Fenrir.
Right.
Aww.
I am just going to give that solely to Sev because she critted.
So that
And to be
24
fair,
means
of
nothing to
everyone,
you.
she's the one. She's probably the one that's going to notice first with her senses. Very will find a hand draping down one side of the chair that she's in, being sniffed at. And when she looks over, there is a rather large, potentially somewhat familiar-looking blue lynx creature.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Oh no, no,
Sniffing at her
no,
hand.
no! Go away.
I'm confused.
I
I'm
don't
confused
think
as
Venria.
well.
This is the cat from
Fenrir
the other
doesn't-
Inquisitor.
Yeah,
Did
Veneria
we-
doesn't know who this is.
I know who it is.
Don't pet it.
I can't remember this.
You?
Was I here for that?
Yeah, you were there for
It's
it.
in the bar, yeah.
I can't remember it.
Dave petted it and it moaned.
It's also not. It's well, yeah. It's the Inquisitor and the human was talking for it or something.
No, the
Yeah.
Inquisitor is the human, but the cat's just her cat.
Just don't worry about it.
Okay.
Fenrir looks down, puts her head down, gives a little smile, and pats the thing in the head, and then
Oh, God.
quickly moves her hand away and
You had
pretends
one
she hasn't
job.
seen it. What? Fenrir doesn't know.
There is a
I like
voice
that.
that comes from the end of the table, next to
Freya.
Fenrir, funnily enough. It doesn't say Freya. It says, I'd be careful doing that. He's a little bit sensitive at the moment. And a figure shimmers into existence from seemingly nothing, sat at the end of the table. She's wearing a long camo green trench coat, highly polished silver chest plate and shoulder pads, has greying hair and a wizened expression and features. And for those of you who were at the Skolum and remember her, this is Azael.
Right, I remember her now.
Azale, the sensei.
Yeah.
Say, yeah.
The cat pads away, goes and sits next to her, staring at the group intently. For the record, this thing is probably about the size of a Doberman. To refresh people's memories.
It's a big cat.
It's blue and black, with long ears and a collar with a red gemstone on it.
Oh, I wanted to say something, but I better not.
I remember being in good favour with that cat.
Yeah, you petted it too much. I feel like Rex looks around and goes, "Oh, there aren't cats on it." And realizes the woman and just kind of leans back and shit. Oh no! I mean, oh yay!
Hazael's more freaking out that she's not in a corner.
She's, however, sat at the corner of the table, because there's two tables pushed together. She's technically at the intersection of two corners.
Not good enough.
Don't
It used
get-
to be a physical corner. It used to be in the corner, not outside.
We have Bridgemaker accommodated for her.
She's just sitting there, like, foaming at the mouth because she's not in a corner.
Zale has rabies.
Azale has a certain amount of time before she foams in the mouth before she makes it to the next corner. Every time she moves, she runs.
Azael is going to lean forward on the table, pressing her elbows on the table, and steepling her fingers in front of her face, and says, "And what on earth is Red's band of merry gentlemen doing here? Sorry, ladies."
Rex waves. Hi.
Quint will try and see if he can entice the cat over.
Fenrir
Well,
stares at him.
Roll an influence check, please.
I don't influence.
It's a core stat, so it's just the D100. Oh, the cat does not pay any attention to you whatsoever.
Fuck. You know what?
Witness
Fuck
that.
it. Can I try?
Fenrir smiles.
Zarkov can try.
Fuck, why not?
Clearly forgotten the good times we've had together.
It pays no attention to Zarkov either. She's going to look around the group. Her question hasn't been answered.
Rex is just going to kind of lean on the table best he can. Well, ever since the Skull, we went on a couple missions, and this is one such mission. How are you, anyway?
My doings are none of your concern, I'm afraid.
Rex pouts.
However, you may be the most inept bunch of thieves I've ever seen.
We're nay thieves.
As I've been explaining to the captain. Don't you worry. No one's going to be executing you today, my dears.
Oh.
Well, she points at Rex. Maybe you, but we'll see.
Rex kind of nods and just goes, well, if it's anyone.
Can Jar roll a perception check, please?
He's percepting.
Oh, 65, so I didn't remove the plus 10.
I'll give you that on a 65. Jar is the first one to notice that in the middle of the table, spread evenly between all of you, are 3 plates of tacos.
Jar is going to grab 3 plates of tacos. Since
Wow.
someone tasered him and made him drop his other one.
Compensation.
So, one more time, my dears, if you please. Why on earth are you here?
We have been instructed to be here.
Yeah, you're always under instruction. What is your instruction for?
Rex just
Specific,
kind of,
darling.
Why
Specific.
do we have to tell you?
Rex, as you were so eager to share last time, why don't you explain?
Rex kind of looks around at the guards and back to her is like, can we trust them?
No.
No.
Yes, the captain is fine.
Sounds like it.
It's my understanding that someone has been attempting to frame you for some time.
Correct.
Yeah, exactly. That captain over there.
No, not that captain over there.
A
I mean,
different captain.
ever since we got here, he's been trying to flame us.
Well, what we're here for is potential. Some settlements have gone dark, and it's speculate, and he uses heavy quotation marks, that there's some cult going on. The well, you know the kind, you know that. He points upward. The bad ones.
Yes, the
try not-
Ramalians are in fact becoming a problem, and they are indeed why I am here.
No, not
They are not
the,
a mission.
Rex is trying to find the word not to say chaos or demon.
Jar is just going to turn and say they are not our mission.
Actually, I'm
What
afraid,
did
my
Jar
dear,
say?
I think you'll find they are. They are the cult on the planet. They are responsible for the darkened cities, and as far as we can tell, they are somehow responsible for the misplacement of Imperial materials.
Is that a fancy way of saying ships?
Yes. They've stolen ships.
Anyway, we knew a couple locations that went dark. We were going to investigate them. We thought the Hive was the best place to come to. He stares at everyone else because Rex is the only one that said this was not the place to come to.
No.
And then we blurted the wrong thing out at customs because we thought we were just going to be honest and get our way through.
We?
We.
You?
Jar is
Yes.
I
just going to look and
distinctly
go,
remember one person saying something there.
As Red would say it, we speak for the team. I don't know if
I'll
Red
give you
has
a
ever said that.
few choice updates to your mission.
We like that.
The reason you are being framed is as a
Yeah?
deterrent.
Oh yeah, one sec.
Yeah.
I'll back in a sec, guys.
Why did that still sound so in character for him?
Was that yeah to summon Chris because it's specific? In Ben's language.
Apparently
we-
so, yeah.
Should we wait for him?
Yeah, it probably won't take long. I hope.
Oh, dear. As an aside, though, she's going to turn to Quinn and says, "Don't you worry, the captain hasn't done anything wrong. The captain was simply working off of evidence provided by the official record. Officially speaking, he is correct. You are on record having been here 4 times so far in the last 2 years.
Can't complain for
I'm
someone
assuming-
doing their job.
Yeah, I'm assuming that this Ramalus band is the ones that are falsifying this data.
No, I don't think they are. That is not one of their normal. They are brazen in their actions. They are unsubtle, and they are quite direct. They don't often rely on subterfuge. They're not very subtle.
Just like families.
Then,
So
then our
Who?
other speculation might be right.
that the captain's
Or
in
is
on it.
here.
Bro, yeah, like I suspected. Yeah,
He is here, and he is some reason. I believe it may have something to do with Conclave. I think he's trying to paint red as the villain.
He's
is.
been doing that for a while.
Yes, and he's doing so quite convincingly.
He did on the last planet we were on.
Quite a
Yes.
surprise considering I shot his head clean off.
Unfortunately, there is more to that one than we are aware of at present. Because you're not the only one to have killed one of him.
Uh-oh.
One of him?
I've managed to track down 2, both of which I've killed.
Rex's head's hurt.
To be quite honest with you, I wish I was the one that would have done that.
Hmm.
But I'm eager to find out how many more he has.
I am ever so slightly concerned that there is a greater issue. She's going to wave a hand, and the captain is going to produce a data slate. He steps forward, and he places the data slate on the table and slides it across to the middle. And those of you who would... I'm back. Those of you who have been around previously, for previous
I bet.
missions and things, specifically the last planet mission, and the briefings with the flame cult that you guys have been kind of following,
Yeah.
you would recognise that on the middle of the data slate, in full picture, is the picture of the cult, which is a serpentine dragon thing with 2 wings coming out the sides of it. Yeah?
So they're here too then.
No. Quinn, dear, do me a favour. Press the data slate.
Quint will reach out and just push it.
Yes, Sensei, Mom.
Yeah, you guys don't want to fuck with this woman, I'm telling you.
Challenge accepted.
The you're gonna like this. I
Well,
know
no,
that
that way, Ja.
Rob is gonna like this. Rob is immediately gonna start panicking.
Yeah?
The
I can hear it with
Yeah.
his little yes.
the symbol with the tap changes. The head of the serpent doesn't change. The tail of the serpent doesn't change. However, the wings of the serpent change completely. I'm going to put this straight into notes. The 2 wings instead revert into 2 different head shapes.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh, that's bad. That's very bad.
How did they get a ratling?
Don't worry about it.
That's my question.
Don't worry about
In
it. They have
character, none of you
machines
are going to recognise this.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm lying. Venria and Jar, can you both roll an intelligence check, please? So just a flat 1d100.
Joe's not here, I don't think.
No, he is. He rolled the 32.
He's rolling,
Oh,
so I'm assuming he can hear me.
Yeah.
it's just said yen.
Jar and Venria both recognise this symbol. Neither of you know from where. Neither of you can remember from where. But both of you, immediately, both of you, as soon as you see this symbol, you have almost like a cinematic style flashback memory of a battlefield.
Oh shit.
It's just instant. It's just a quick brief. You don't see any faces. You don't see an enemy. You just have the washing sensation of being on a battlefield. The elevated awareness, the heightened heart rate, the adrenaline, the temptation to squeeze the trigger or to swing the axe. Like all of that sort of impulse and training, that experience, it all just in a split second, just flushes over you just for a moment, just when you see it for the first time. But neither of you can remember where that was, when it happened, or why you know this symbol.
Fenrir's face pales and her body tenses, and her arms start to move towards where she would normally be get her gun from. And then all of a sudden it's gone, and she's just like staring, eyes wide, looks around the table, and then looks to the woman at the head of the table. With
Why is that a gif? Honestly, why?
Jari's going
I
to
hate it and love it at the same time.
Jari's going to somewhat shudder.
Being Jar shudder makes Rex shudder.
No, more like like when you've got like sort of like an adrenaline kick. Like that.
When you're on your third can of Monster and you're
Yeah.
opening your fourth, and you get that that high, that little adrenaline rush.
I can see God.
I can see colours.
I can
I can smell sounds.
I was gonna say,
And
yeah.
taste colours like that.
So she sits back for a minute and watches the reactions of the group and says, I'm under the impression that the cult is connected in some way to the forces of the Chaos Gods. They seem to have a penchant for fire and such. They seem to always be working around Core. And Core seems to be capable of being in multiple places at once. They're also known. This group, she motions to the console, is different. This group is an ancient enemy. This is an ancient force of the heretical Adeptus Astartes. Some of Horus's bastards. They are known as the Alpha Legion. They are notorious for the manipulation of other groups to their ends. And she motions to the captain across the table and says, and I think that's what's happening here with the Ramalai. I think they are being manipulated by Core to his and his master's ends. To what end? I'm unsure. It could be as simple as Imperial-wide sabotage. It could be something more specific, more targeted. Or it could be something we have no vision of yet at all. You all understand the weight of implication that Core is involved with the traitor Astartes, I assume?
Very much so. The question, however, is what do they stand to gain from this planet? Or its...
Exactly.
Well, they've been stealing ships, ain't they?
Yeah, but where to?
Ships? No. And Rex picks up a taco.
Jari's going to pull the tray away
Ships.
from Rex.
Aww. Ships that are Imperial named, Imperial coded. Ships that could pop up anywhere and just do whatever they want and no one will know a thing.
I like your thinking. However, all of their records and idents are scrubbed from authority when they are lost. Meaning if they turn up anywhere, they would be identified. So far, none of them have appeared.
Rex thinks for a moment.
What if they never left the planet?
They have never set foot on the planet. They are built in orbit.
If it's possible to recreate inquisitorial henchman names and bodies, isn't it possible to recreate ship names?
It is possible, but the ident codes are unique and generated by the Adeptus Mechanicus.
Rex looks to the guys like, isn't that what the cult of Ramalai is?
No, they worship an ancient tech priest of some measure. Someone who came and was seen as some form of prophet on a journey. However, he is, I do not believe, tied to this heresy. At least I have no evidence of that just yet.
I don't think she quite understands the importance that Ramillies holds.
No, she probably doesn't.
I swear to God, right, if we catch up with Vinny's Inquisitor and he has an uncontrollable thrusting hips, we know what influenced this. Rex just puts his head in his hands and goes, oh, I don't like this. Anyone?
Well, while Ben is eating, Jar is eating. So
That logic is irrefutable.
I hate
It's
it.
great.
It's fantastic. I hate it.
Benria just looks again at the woman. So what are we going to do to stop them?
That, my dear, who I don't know, is a good question. In fact, that is the question. That is why I have had you released from your cells and why I am here in person to have this conversation.
we're gonna kill them.
Because
That's in character.
the logic is sound, however, finding them is slightly more difficult.
There was literally one out of.
I have a lead. One that I'm hoping, once I contact your Inquisitor in orbit, will get your approval, his approval, to allow you to take on. It serves both your purposes and mine.
But given we were here looking for a lead and you've just given us one, I don't think he'll say no to that.
The Inquisition is nothing if not political.
All I remember is you and Red got on and Yavir didn't like him.
No, but then she didn't like anyone apart from you now, did she, Rex?
Rex gives a resounding thumbs up.
And the cat makes some kind of strange purring sound.
Did we ever hear from her again?
Yes. He's fine.
The cat?
She survived.
She did survive.
Rex looks visibly heartened.
In fact, she is here. Not here. She's on planet. Assisting me with hunting down Core.
If she's
Rex.
hunting him, I want to be hunting him.
She is, in fact, my lead. For
How the fuck did she survive the Skolum?
Well, clearly she killed Philbadon.
You mean, it was Harkin, but yeah.
Yeah, Philbadon always follows Harkin, you know that.
She took a venturing team to go and find a clue. She took them down into the Uldrastad Warrens 4 days ago. And 4 days is... 4 days is excessive even for her. I admit to being bored of waiting for her. The timing of your arrival is rather excellent, in fact. So, here is my proposition, and the one that I have forwarded on to Red for his consideration, and I am awaiting approval.
We'll take it.
Shut up, Rex.
She hasn't even offered anything yet.
We'll take it.
Access to the Warrens is not easy. The entire area is overrun by gangs and gangers. It is an unpleasant journey on a good day. I advise taking Jar along for the ride.
Jar's gonna lean
To get
forward,
to the Warrens.
sort of like to imply, why me specifically?
You look a little bit like one of them. Big, brawny, carrying some form of crude melee weapon. I imagine you will fit right in.
Jar is gonna sort of like drop his lips slightly and just sort of shrug his shoulders like, fair.
When you go through the terminal, you will arrive in Alderstadt proper. From there, you must take a left-hand turn and travel east until you reach the marketplace. In the marketplace, you will find Galen's bar.
Rex points to Venria.
Someone write this shit down.
That place.
Galen
Didn't last time.
Galen is an interesting soul. He is an Imperial loyalist through and through. However, he is quite easily swayed with profit. To that end, he is a, shall we say, enabler for transportation of certain things, people, and otherwise between Alderstadt City and Alderstadt Warrens. Normally, communication and transport from one to the other is Frowned upon feels like an understatement, but it's the official line. However, if one is able to transport anything anywhere easily between the two, Galen will either be able to do it himself or will be able to point you to someone who can. From there, I am going to request that you smuggle yourselves into the Warrens, travel your way around, and find our wayward friend. In the doing, hopefully she has acquired some form of information or lead that you can take on with her or without her as per your choosing.
Rex is nodding. With her.
However, be warned that she was in fact exploring method and pathway to safely enter and exit Uchheim.
But you what?
Uchheim,
city
for those
that
who don't
we've
remember, is
Oh,
the penal
right.
colony.
Oh, the penal colony.
It's the prison.
Rex kind of just, he doesn't quite slam his hand on it just because I fucking knew it.
She believes that the people in the Warrens are her most likely route to be able to gain access to the prison itself without going in officially. Since, let's face it, if they ever try and arrest her, I wish those guards good luck.
Rex laughs.
Now, while we are officially waiting for your Inquisitor say-so, I can't order you to do anything. You are not in my employ. I could pull rank. I'm not going to. This is our investigation. You are here subsequently for your own purpose of investigation, I believe. However, I feel that our alignment could work to everyone's benefit. To that end, the captain is going to release you, return all of your equipment, including your pet and your friend. She looks at Rex for both instances.
Rex looks visibly happy.
As well as a few choice selections from myself to assist you on your way. From there, travel through the streets, through the market, find Galen's bar, get yourself some rest, recover. And when she says recover, she looks at both Quint and Hazel specifically. And then have a word with Galen. Do me a favour and do yourselves a favour. Don't go waving your inquisitorial signals or any of our names or your purpose around to anyone. Least
Everyone
of
looks at
all
Rex.
Galen, because Galen and the Inquisition have history. If he knows you're working for the Inquisition, you won't make it out of the bar alive. With or without Jar.
She likes Jar.
I think it's because Jar just stays quiet, listens to orders, and then just kills when he's told. Jar's gonna
Rex just
lean
kind
forward
of
and
wipes his
smile.
head. Rex just kind of wipes his head and just goes, "Noted. I think we would have gotten the Galen's bar anyway while we're waiting. Thank you for saving us."
She's going to take a data slate from her pocket. It's a small one, micro one, half size one. About the size of an A5 piece of paper. And she offers the data slate to Zarkov.
Starkov takes it.
This is a communication channel that has been wired into the upper hive. It allows for orbit to ship communications to continue uninterrupted. If you tune your beads to it, as I have placed in my message to Red as an act of good faith, it will enable you to communicate with your ship in orbit while even in the Warrens, rendering your nice little Vox beads useful again.
Yay!
Beyond each other's company, of course.
Rex nods.
She's going to sit back in her chair and smiles at the group and says, "Okay, Captain, you may let them go now. They have done nothing wrong."
Rex kind
I
of
would
looks at
keep-
the captain.
But she says, "Though I would keep an eye on that one." And she gives a little nod towards Quinn.
Ooh.
And there's like a... Somehow, some way, you get the distinct impression the cat is grinning.
Yeah.
The captain will nod, and he motions to the guard next to him, who in turn unlocks the door to allow you out and steps aside to let you through. Your things are through there in the storage cupboard across the hall.
Storage hobbit?
Storage cupboard.
I heard hobbit.
Sure, it's a storage hobbit.
Rex kind of stands up, but he stands up on the chair just so he's normal people height. Thank you. We won't pass this up. We'll do our best as we always do. And then he hops off his chair, walks up to the guard captain, holds out, and goes, "No hard feelings, right?"
The officer shrugs and shakes his hand.
Yeah. And then Rex walks out. And then the moment he passes, he goes, "Where's my baby?"
So if you travel through the door directly across from where the holding cell that you were just in was, in there, the door is open. You can go in. As soon as Rex goes in, the bird jumps at him and starts trying to eat his nose. Roll an animal handling check, please.
Oh yeah. It's not good.
Oh, you became Lord Voldemort of the dwarves.
It misses your nose, but it does rip one half of your moustache off.
I'm okay with this.
No.
Rex just kind of just he gets his nose bitten, but he kind of does that like twill hug fingers. Oh, my baby.
Azel's gonna give it a glare when she walks past it.
Don't
Okay.
you ever scare me like that again?
Just hit your head on the top of my chair.
Yes.
Sorry. Freya jumped in her sleep and she headbutted the bottom of my chair.
Brilliant.
And then Rex immediately looks for Krell.
We're always there, sitting on a worktop.
Rex grabs him too. He's got the Kroot in one hand, Krell in the other hand. Goes, I'm happy.
All of your equipment is in there in an individual storage locker for each of you. Now, it is my understanding I've got on my list of birthdays Dave, Ellie, and Vinny. Is that right?
Chris had a birthday as well.
Yeah, but I can't give myself gifts.
Yeah,
You can
he
give-
made us sweat for these two sessions.
Your suffering
No.
is
You know what?
a week on.
You
week
know
on
what,
gift.
Chris?
No.
Chris, you can give me your gift. Okay. I'll
That's
carry
very
it.
generous of me.
How about you give Red your gift?
Oh, that's a cool idea. I'll do that.
Yeah.
So, in amongst your equipment, your additional equipment for each of you, Quint will find a high-quality spring-loaded prosthesis that will allow him to be restored to his normal speed.
The birthday gift was going back to normalcy.
Is my... can I still only have 2 armor on that leg?
No. The armor plating on this leg is lightweight, so it's not super heavy, but it does give you 5 armor on that leg.
Okay. Because
And any kind of kicking movement or motions made with that leg are done with a bonus -10 when using a strength check for a kick or tackle.
Oh, you
I'm
can kick
kicking
so
people
many.
in the box.
You can kick so many people in the dick.
Just imagine you're just a cultist doing your normal everyday cultist things, and all of a sudden just a blue blur runs up to you and kicks you in the nuts.
No, we're interrogating. We're interrogating someone, right? And they're not talking. He goes, "Get Quinn." Why?
Oh,
We
it's-
call
it's-
him the Spring Boot.
Is he the guy from fucking Boondock Saints that kicks Tyranids in the nets?
Or Zarkov's kit. For Zarkov's gifts. Zarkov will find a datapad.
Rivet.
The data pad is no normal data pad, however. The data pad is a function accessing cogitator, which basically means it has a connective port in one side and a mechadendrite that you can pull out of it the other side, as well as connectivity to allow to connect to his Elect2, that allows him to interface with machines as if he was a tech priest.
He can watch porn. Got it.
Alright, cool. If he gets his lenses again, he will definitely be like Cookie from How to Survive Your High School.
And then in amongst the equipment, I've just I'm just looking through character sheets. I've just realised that Seb has actually put Hazel, Molia, and then Bridgemaker in Spring.
Yeah.
Yes.
I genuinely
It's been
hadn't
there for
noticed
months.
that.
It's been there for months.
Yes.
I had not noticed that. I really, really hadn't. Oh dear. Okay. So Fenrir, when she goes through her gear, finds her gear. She is going to find what looks like a pair of leg apparatus, something to go over her armor. Strapping it in place, it will work with her legs to improve her armor on her legs by 1. So her armor is improved by 1 for whenever she's wearing it.
Mm-hmm.
However, it will allow. What it also does is it allows them to lock in place, which means she's able to lock herself into a braced firing position.
Mm-hmm.
If she is in a braced firing position, the rate of fire of her weapon goes up by an additional 50% without costing the ammunition.
Ooh.
So your rate of fire for your las cutter, as an example, changes from 10 to 15 while only using 10 bullets.
Fuck me.
So long as you are firing from the braced position.
We need to get her in a perfect choke point.
Taking up the braced position is a half action.
Braced position. Lovely. Thank you very much.
Yeah, some good shit.
And then everyone gets all of their equipment back as well, obviously. So everyone gets everything and head back.
Claims her
home
2
previously.
wigs and has a crisis of which one she wants to wear.
You want to put one on Krell?
She offers her whole blue one to Krill.
Rex puts the blue wig on Krell. Oh, he looks a little bit more in his skin again.
I can't remember what colour I... Oh, it was a brown wig, wasn't it? It was a long brown wig.
Right, Rex puts the wig on, and then he grabs the beanie he bought earlier. Puts on Krell as well. Now Krell looks like some kind of goth skull.
Oh, God.
Ah, he's perfect, ready for the town.
You guys are going to stand out like a fucking sore thumb.
Gave that the way, the Ratling, the Psyker, the Big Man, the one-legged fast cheeseman, the cop.
Cheeseman.
Yeah, the worst part is we're going to a place full of gangers and shit. Who are we bringing? A cop.
A cop and 2 soldiers, yeah.
You're not narc, are you?
Yeah.
You have to tell me if you are.
Well, the best part is he used to be a ganger, so he will blend in. We'll find a way.
Just go buy some drugs. You ain't a cop, man, are you?
Nah.
It's the rule. You gotta tell me if you are.
Nah, man, I'm hip.
I'm hip.
That's, if a cop ever says that to you, fucking run.
Technically, we were all in prison, so we all know the life now.
Oh,
Yeah.
And several of us were wanted. Okay, just
Technically, you're all wanted because they fraudulated the
exactly.
paperwork,
So
yeah.
we're all criminals, so we'll fit right in.
Yeah, what? So you just want to have our criminal record printed out and just stapled onto our chest?
We don't need them. We just need to act like we
To
belong.
be
And
fair, when
we
you
do.
genuinely go to prison, your crimes are tattooed onto your body
Yeah.
in the Imperium. When you join the penal system, you are branded or marked with your crimes.
They ask where we have it, and Rex just goes, "It's on my dick." Oh, you want to have a look?
That's one
I'm not,
that's one
I'm not sure if they
short
can bend
hand.
that far down, mate.
Uh,
Zarkov will stand from his seat, give the Imperial Aquila to Inquisitor Hazel. She goes, "We shall perform our function to the best of our capabilities, Lord Inquisitor. My gratitude for sparing our lives." And then he heads towards the alcohol.
Rex goes to find Jazz. So what were those things you were eating? They looked great.
I mean, Giles didn't have a room, bro. Jar, before leaving, will just give the Aquila to Azael. And then leave.
Why?
He will look at Rex and go, "I don't know."
I feel like we've all earned a food break while we wait for Red's word. And Rex kind of looks at Jazz and goes, "Yeah, nay, yeah, nay."
So what is it? Was it meat or what is it?
I mean, that's full.
What was the shell?
I don't know.
It's good.
It's good though.
It was
Okay.
good.
Whatever it is.
You should try it.
Let's go try it.
I think everybody could use some food.
We managed to get through this without Jan knowing. Rex lives another day.
So where did you get this even?
He's on the jar.
Yeah. Where did you get those shelly things?
He's going to point and say they were on the table.
Are there any left?
No, I ate them all.
Nah, Ja had him. Venry is probably scoffing down the rest.
That's why she's still in there, because she's still just wolfing them down.
Venria hasn't had a proper meal since she joined the Inquisition. Actually, probably none of us have.
No, we had a meal on the ship first.
You would eat well on the ship, to be fair.
I
No
believe you,
cornstarch for
however.
us.
We had to eat Mithras once.
I don't think I ever did.
You were the sensible one. You chose to starve. And then Rex is gonna kind of wait at the door and wait for everyone else till they get their stuff and come to the door. And he's just like, "Food it is."
Can't agree more with you, mate.
What do you mean it's called a take? The fuck's a take? He's looking at Krell.
Wasn't it Taki?
I don't. Rex looks back to Krell for answers. The answers are not coming.
So what do you normally do when you ask things to him? Do you just wait? Or
Rex blinks. What are you talking about? You haven't heard him this entire time?
I've never heard him talk before. It's just an inanimate skull.
Rex covers Krell's ears like, "You don't say that towards him."
There's loads of them all over the Imperium.
No, I didn't mean that, Krell. No, don't worry. No, you're a perfectly handsome man.
Can Zarkov place the back of his palm on Rex's forehead just to check his temperature real quick?
Look, right, it's verified by Sev that it's a sentient thing.
Yeah, Seth is a psyker, so that's more reason for concern.
Exactly. But Rex doesn't know the wiser. Because he's always thought it's been a sentient thing. But he doesn't know what psychers are.
Ellie, you still there?
Yeah.
Very quiet.
Fenrir smiles her thanks and gives another smile to the blue cat thing and walks out the room.
Are you panic
Follows the
painting in between
rest.
this?
Pardon?
Are you panic painting in between this?
No.
That sounds very guilty to me, but sure.
She was earlier.
Well, I think that is a good place for us to stop for the evening.
Can we
Yeah.
all, just before we stop, teleport to the dining place? We can have our little like Avengers ending for the first movie in that little hall.
Let's all get shawarma. I know a
Yeah,
shawarma place
shawarma.
down the road.
Absolutely.
I've never
Fair
shawarma
enough.
before, but it sounds great.
Let's grab everyone. We can all go to the taco place.
Yay.
If they all survived this, you remember just like a year ago where we all nearly died and then had tacos after?
Just imagine we're facing an enemy, and the only way to convince them to become good is like, have you ever heard of tacos? And they completely drop their villainy in time. Oh my god, I never knew such joys.
You guys can have tacos, and we'll pick up from there next time. We won't be playing next weekend because we will all be journeying home next weekend.
Correct.
We'd be dead. Really.
I might not even be back, based on mine and Ben's experience with dropping Frida for the airport last year.
I definitely won't be back because of how I have to get Ellie home.
In fact, I'm entirely sure the reason that Ben is driving himself is because of that drive home.
No, I just like driving. It's just, it's the first time since, first time in a while that like I've not had fucking, well, one, problems with my car, or two,
Adam.
last
Haven't
year.
you had a lift apart from the first year every time?
Yeah, the second one was because my car MOT, and obviously last year was because we got the B&B and there was limited space on the driveway,
Yeah.
so it made more sense to take less cars.
I just remember the first year, you, Steve, and Adam showed up and goes, "Hey, Rob." That was great.
How bad was the drive? Like,
Pretty bad.
That first year was fucking awful. It took
Yeah.
me and
Fine for
Adam
me.
almost like. Well, yeah, it was, but it took to get because we went and picked. So the first year we picked Freed up from the airport the morning of the journey. We haven't done that since because that was a fucking bad idea.
Have you noticed that Freed seems to be the problem?
can't we all just make Rob's life horrible and all fly to Manchester?
I
You
don't
can't.
have the space in the car.
He can't fly to Manchester
No. Why can't he?
because the airport he flies from only flies into London, either Heathrow or Gatwick.
Well, he could fly to Amsterdam and we could travel together, but
That's a
would
whole
cost a-
whole different thing.
Yeah, I still don't think that would
so
work.
much money.
But that said, he is flying tomorrow. He lands tomorrow evening at like 5 minutes to 8 o'clock. It's like 7:55 in the evening. It's then going to take him almost an hour and 40 minutes on the train to get to where I can pick him up.
Oh bloody hell! So you can't even pick him up at the airport.
No, to be fair, it'll be quicker, and this is what we decided last year. It's quicker for him to get off the train, go straight down to the terminal, and get on the train, off the plane, sorry, go out of the terminal, down to the train, get on the train, and travel all the way across London by train is probably about 30-40 minutes quicker than me going and getting him. Because the M25 is a nightmare.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially the west side of it at the minute, and they're doing roadworks on the southern side as well at the moment. So
They're all
there's
doing
no between
And if
roadworks.
you're going down that way,
Um,
there's fucking nearly every other road as roadworks going on as well.
Yeah, exactly. So it's easier if he gets on the train. And he was saying to me earlier, this flight, he could have got a flight earlier in the day tomorrow, but it would have been like €100 more expensive.
Oh.
So he saved €100 by flying late in the evening, or later in the evening. And it's fine because I will go and get him at like 10:30 or whatever it is from the train station. We'll be back here by about 11 o'clock. and we can have something to eat on the way back, and we can both just genuinely just get in and go to sleep. Like, we're not going to do nothing, I don't think, and he's going to have travelled, he's not going to want to do anything.
Uh-huh.
So we can have a good night's sleep before we drive up on the Monday morning. I am aiming for us to be there for about 1:30.
I think we can beat that.
Maybe.
We can beat that, but if we want to be there for any earlier, we're going to have to leave really early.
I'm planning to at least stop once with Ellie and stop once with you.
Yeah, that's more than fair. However, the goal is that although you have access to all the keys, Chris, you need to be there last. Actually, no, you don't have the keys for our place.
No, I don't.
Nope, that's
Which
me.
means we need to have some time to deploy the ducks.
But we're all going to be... So we can't get into the house until like 3 or 4 o'clock anyway.
Okay, so what, are we going to meet up at Warhammer World again first?
That's the thinking. So I don't know what 7 Day were doing, or Ben, in terms of timing. But what we were planning on doing is because Vinny, Ellie and Rob are going to be there early anyway because of Vinny's flight times. We're going to try and meet them for about 1:30, and then we're going to do the museum walk around on the Monday in Warhammer World rather than do it later in the week.
Oh, we still deciding on escape rooms, or we're going to wait till we get there and try?
I think we're going to try when we get there, aren't we? Because people will need to pay still. So we'll figure out what we're doing, then we can transfer money and stuff, and then book it.
Okay. I will be baking cupcakes
Oh,
as part 3 of my duck plan. So
Not the mini.
Oh, the
Yeah,
plot
they're not going
thickens, does
to. They're
it?
going to be smaller cakes than the other cakes that we made. She made for the hotel.
yeah, no, I'm not doing the mini cupcakes. I'm doing cupcakes this time.
nice.
But I've got some edible paper that has ducks on them.
I was going to say it would be good if you could bake a duck into it.
Oh god.
So 3 bites
Nah.
into it.
How the hell would that work?
Oh,
I mean,
no,
we
that's
do
the
have
self
duck
to
in the
work
freezer.
I mean,
out, not me.
Maybe next year I could find a duck-shaped cake pan.
I'm just, Rob, I'm just the idea guy.
We got to obviously plan how we're hiding 100 ducks.
Careful.
Tiny as well.
The thinking there, because I did have a little bit of a thought about that, is basically because those of you that are staying in the house, once you get in, drop everything off. Some of you are going to need to go shopping for food of at least some description, drink, something, anything. So what I'm thinking is basically
We need to leave Ben behind because he will find the worst spots.
So, yeah, well, that's up to you guys. But basically, some of you need to take him out and take him shopping.
I will definitely go with him because we need to buy water purifier.
He'll probably want to buy another filter again.
Yeah, water purifier. So I'll go with him to look for that.
You weak people.
No, I don't want to drink straight fucking piss, mate.
It's completely fine. What?
Yeah, you tell that you've been drinking that propaganda water ever since you were born, mate.
To be fair, we only really drink filtered water now. We don't
Did
touch
Vinny
tap
just
water.
find a way to insult our entire country through water?
Yeah.
Wait, I didn't hear the full sentence there. Sorry. Can you repeat that?
Did you manage to find a way to insult our entire country by water?
Yes.
To be fair, I'll be stopping off at
Oh.
Tesco's before I leave anyway because I need to grab a few bits.
Chris, do you
Yes.
want because you don't have dinner storage for things? Did you want to get stuff and then dinner at ours type thing, or are you always going to be eating out?
I think we need to figure out what we're doing for dinner a couple of nights and decide if we're eating at home or going out. I was going to say we could do the Korean barbecue. One evening,
definitely.
definitely, because you want to do that. I want to do that. If the
I'm
people don't want to,
definitely
they don't
down
want
for
to do that. So we can go and. Though my concern with that is we may have to book for that many of us.
That's fine. We can.
So if we'll have a little think about that and maybe put that for the Tuesday night after escape rooms. I wouldn't mind going back to that pub either because that's not far from your house because that was really nice.
Yeah.
Which pub exactly?
The one we ate in last time, One where
The
you
one where I
free
died.
paid.
Oh, that one was good. Yeah.
But
That was
this
really
time
nice.
around, we don't let Dave drink alcohol.
Yeah.
Challenge
Correct.
accepted.
Just
Of
feed him
any
lots of
kind.
cheese, he'll be happy.
Obviously, there's nothing we can do for eating at Bugman's. There is a pub literally next door to our hotel that does food and stuff, but they also have a breakfast menu. So if we can't find a cafe that we want to go to, we could all just meet there for breakfast on our way to Warhammer World in the mornings. If we want to do a cooked breakfast once or twice. Failing that, if we want a breakfast at home, then yes, we may need to, if you guys don't mind, have something kept there for us
I
to
don't
come
mind
over and
cooking
eat.
my own breakfast, to be honest with you. Would save a lot of money.
No, what I was saying about you guys minding is us keeping things at your house for us to come to you in the morning and eat. Because we don't have storage or refrigeration or anything.
I don't mind. As long as you don't mind it being gone the next day.
But the three of us can figure that out. We'll figure out what we want to do, and we'll plan some breakfast and stuff. But all of this stuff, all of this organising things, is just easier when we're all together because we can just figure out what we're doing when we want to do it, and then just book it or arrange it or do it when we want to do it. But we have got. I haven't changed any of the bookings for the tables, so we've got 3 tables booked on Tuesday because that was meant to be doubles. But we don't need 3 tables anymore. We just need 2. So depending on how we get on with the doubles, I might tell them that we don't need the 3rd one to open it up for other people.
Keep it
That's
for
not
storage.
It's not